He's not ranting. Me, I've seen this for a very long time, that these people, they are going to disappoint him. I know they are going to they are going to betray him. Me, I know, because these Fulani people, they are not ready to pass it back to this old man. You understand? So their agenda is very different. And then what me I am clamoring for is just for a young man to come out. As far as they are talking about Peter Obi, I'm fine with Peter Obi. Either one of them, Peter Obi or Showore, I'm fine with them. These old people, I don't want them. I just want Peter Obi or Showore, one of those people, to come into power and take that power and make differences. That's what we just want. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I'll be coming back to you again. I'll go to Madam Rita. Madam Rita, please, you have the floor now.
Yeah. There's a saying that goes, it's better to leave the stage while the ovation is loudest. And if Tinubu if he has his senses actually really working, he would understand what that means. I see a very desperate man, like he calls himself the so-called kingmaker. Like, how can a so-called kingmaker be fighting with his subjects to be king? I mean, that's absolutely disgusting. And I want to note something. Any Nigerian listening to this, there's a reason why the man at Bodilon was speaking Yoruba language. He's speaking to the Oduduwa. He's speaking to the Yoruba nation. And he's using that style to tell those people. That is tribalism right there. You see, he has this confidence of being arrogant, but people see it as being intelligent. He is a very sneaky man. Any man that say he has the power of putting 6 governors in the West, what does that tell you? He just created what I would call his own personal structure. Because once you have that structure, anybody can be, they all can be at his beck and call, just like Governor Abiodun. And if you really look at it, all those governors, it's like he has the secret of the wealth of all those governors. That is why he's sounding arrogant and desperate. I desperately want all of them, PDP, APC, the ones that we know and the ones that we don't know, or the ones behind the scene, let all of them come out and dance naked and disgrace themselves in the market square. And then Nigerians will truly see them for who they really, really are, because they are all wolves in sheep's clothing. And to the northern part of Nigeria, I want all of us in the south, to smell the coffee. Smell the coffee, people, because we are all the people who have spoken right now. We're all from the southern extraction, but we also need to open our mind that we also have the northern part of Nigeria, which is part of the entire nation. And if people are clamoring for Peter Obi to be president, we need to start sending messages. We need to start looking for different languages in where people need to actually convince these people, expose these people, and make them understand that we also need them to make Peter Obi be the president of Nigeria. But mind you, I know the way I'm sounding is like I'm supporting Peter Obi, but I am still going to keep looking politically, because we cannot just be talking like children. We need to understand the Nigerian system to put Peter Obi as the president of Nigeria come 2023. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I remember that Madam Rita said it in the past that a frog can become the Nigerian president.
Yes, and I said that as a metaphor, but some people did not understand, because all the frogs that this so-called man at Bodilon put as Western governors, those are his frogs, and he can make them jump anytime or croak anytime he wants. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Madam Rita, thank you very much. You made a very good point, because you've always been here. But I want to assure you that we are not talking like children. Even if you want to watch and see how it goes before you make up your mind, does not make us talk like children. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. I want to put my apologies if anybody's feeling insulted by that. Of course, nobody's a kid here. You guys are, not children. So I'll take that back. But, I was just trying to express myself as in, let us wake up and smell the coffee. Let us be realistic about the Nigerian political system and what is happening today, present in Nigeria. Elvis, you showed the man that was talking about money. He's sick. His personal problems is above Peter Obi or any other presidential aspirant. That's where I'm coming from. So I'm making my apologies now. Nobody's a kid here. I know we're all adults, but we need to really look at things realistically and work towards that. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita. We understand, and we'll just move on now. All right, my people, let's give a chance to Mr. Destiny. You've talked already, I guess. I hope I'm not.
No.
Okay, Mr. Destiny, talk to us. I don't want to cheat on you.
All right.
Right.
Good evening once again. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, my brother. Go ahead.
Well, for me, Tinubu issue, I don't even have any issue with the. According to Madam Rita, I said the man on body law. I don't even have a problem with him because I don't even want to talk about him. He's not relevant when it comes to this page. If we really want to make things right, he's not even supposed to be talking about his issue. His issue is not important. My own issue here that is important is that I want to say in my own opinion. I've had some people said Leshore and Peter Obi come together. I don't know if they are the both of them, they are there. Is it the same thing? That is one thing you need to know. Since Peter Obi started campaigning for his own campaign, I've never heard him talk about he's going to fight corruption or that the 1999 constitution is not relevant, that he is going to make change.
Nothing
Or
like
he's
that.
going to send bill to House of Assembly. Maybe other people have heard him said it. Me, I've never heard, although I don't follow him that much. So Shore always clamor for that and always clamor about fighting the corruption. Peter Obi that they said Shore should go and form alliance with. Said, what is that man's name? Said, the one in PDP, the former vice president, Atiku. That Atiku is his boss and his father, I don't know. So the article that we know that is into corruption, just like the ESCC and all the fight agents that we have in Nigeria is not working. If they are working, the article and the rest, they are not supposed to be working freely. Just look at the Ankata General that stole heaven and earth. They just released him recently. So telling Shore to go and form alliance with Peter Obi, that one I don't even support it for me because Shore Ajay and Peter Obi Ajay is different.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Brother Destiny. So we're going to be moving on to Brother Ejiro. Mr. Ejiro, are you there with us? Let's talk to us.
Yeah, Ninja was. Thank you again for having me. I'll just go straight to the point. At least these 2 minutes is working. APC party, how the mighty falling. The aftermath of the incoming explosion in APC party is going to be very loud. I mean, very, 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 very loud. Mark my words, folks. APC will be so rubbished in order to make Atiku look like the only option. And even the presidency is the chief culprit. But thank God for Peter Obi. We are obediently waiting. I've said it in your channel before, Elvis. Ninja Watch. I've said it here over and over again. The North are not ready to hand power to the Southwest or South-South or Southeast. They are not ready. They are going for a Northerner, and we can see everything playing out. This is just another tactics for the North to hand over power to Atiku. So they're going to destroy APC party to make it very weak and hand power to their brother in the South. Because Buhari need a cover. He has committed so many havoc. So the only person he can trust is a Northerner. And considering the fact that Atiku is even a Fulani man, bloodline, so it will even be much better for him to give him that power, irrespective of it's in a different political party. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Short Life is right there with us. Short Life, good evening to you. Please tell us, where are you joining us from?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and the men of the host. I'm connecting from Europe here.
Thank you. Please, you have your 2 minutes now.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for the privilege. The truth is that to talk about Tinubu in the first place, Tinubu just opened a secret, and it's good that he opened the secret, and it's good that we know also for documentary sake. At least when we grow older than this, we have something to talk about. As for the Peter Obi and Showere coming together, where on what Mr. Destiny talks about. I think I agree with Mr. Destiny. It is well clear and well known that Showere has made his point clear. He has spoken so much about his agenda for Nigeria, and which is the constitution, the National Assembly, the corruption, and turning Nigeria into infrastructure, and a construction site. He has made that clear. But Peter Obi is yet to say something that is related to that. Their ideology is kind of different. I know money speaks volume in Nigeria, especially when it comes to politics. Peter Obi has the money, Showere doesn't have the money. But at the end of the day, can they work together? If they can work together, by then, there's no problem. We will support them. But please, Mr. Ninja Wash, I want us to also give volume to Showere as we talk about Peter Obi currently, because I understand that AAC just won their court case, which is now yet to be trending. But I don't know why it's not trending, but it is where I believe AAC as a party, as Labour Party under Peter Obi now, should also be trending, so that at the end of the day, we can encourage them to work together and merge up their ideologies so that Nigeria can get a good leader. So this is my stand also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Mr. Aigbe, I've called earlier on, so it's going to be like you're going to contribute 2 times. Meanwhile, you're already here. Mr. Aigbe, talk to us. You only have 1 minute.
Thank you, Naija Watch. Good evening, as once again, and good evening to everybody. Good evening to viewers and Naija Watch family. You see, I've talked about the area of the Tinubu, what he was saying, and which is very, very important. Tinubu, we are not speaking to the what's so called the Ododuas. Anyway, they are the Ododuas, the Yorubas. Tinubu, we are speaking in the city. I mean, in the city of Osibanjo. And don't forget that Dapo Abiodun, Tinubu fought so hard to make Dapo Abiodun to become a governor of that state. So he was talking to the state people that, listen, you guys should change things, not the way you guys are doing things right now. I make you guys to be governor, so to be governor and vice president, so you guys should support me. So I'm taking direct to the words that was said. That was said that then we do things accordingly. I mean, the governor of Ogun State, he said they will do things accordingly, that they will not, according to his own words, that they will not leave Tinubu aside. They will support his own ambition. You understand me now? So these people are reviewing secret to us. That I keep on saying it, and I'm starting to be corrected in this platform. That what we saw yesterday and today is a secret reviewing to us in what happened in APC in 2015. Are you getting it now? The same thing repeats itself. That's why Tinubu was not saying anything since all this while. Then go to the area of Showore and the Peter Obi. My brothers and sisters, politics is about ideas. Disagree and to agree. When you bring your idea, I bring my idea. That's why you see where vice president and president have emerged together. They work with ideas. So Showore can come with his idea. Peter Obi can come with his idea. But mark you, none of these people, even if Showore sits on the throne, he cannot change constitution one day. He cannot change the situation of Nigeria one day. It's not easy. It's going to be a collective effort to take power from these people. Is for these parties coming together to form forces like the way APC did it in the past. So for me, that is the only way I see that they can easily defeat APC and PDP. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. My people, before I move on, because I have 1 or 2 articles to read to you all, but I would like to showcase some of the responses from some Nigerians. During the time Tinubu was crying how he was betrayed by the current president of Nigeria, President Buhari, and how he was also betrayed by Osinbajo, the vice president of Nigeria. My people, let's take comments from here. As you can see that on the screen, the writer said, so you alone voted the millions of votes he got in 2015. Remember, Tinubu said he was the one that helped Buhari to become the president of Nigeria. He helped Osinbajo to become the vice president of Nigeria. So this question is going to him now that now it's only you that your vote counted in 2015. That's what it means. So let's go to the next comment here. Jerry said, just like your fans, we believe that without Tinubu, there's no Lagos. Oga, since you had the power to make the president, it is time to do it again. This time for yourself. All right? All right. There's another one right here. This one is from Prince. That means you can also make yourself the president. In Nigeria, he who is too desperate to be president doesn't always win. Grandpa, please go and rest and enjoy your loot. Not be me talk more. Now people will talk and I did it, so if they find them, you should know their address. All right, let's move on. We have another one. Charger said, Tinubu, you are an agent of darkness, sir. At least the people sir join now, which is a good thing. Make I read that part again. Tinubu, you are an agent of darkness, sir. It is Almighty Allah that made Buhari president of Nigeria, not you. The next person who responded was Frank. You single-handedly brought failure on Nigerians and want to continue with the same failure. Okay. Now, we have another one right here. Abiola said, Baba leaves the story. We all know you convinced Nigerians to vote for him in 2015. We all know you are the one who brought all these challenges we are facing by making us believe is the solution to Nigeria's problem. No matter how hard you try, no more APC, no more APC, no more devilish APC, no more devilish PDP. Okay. All right, let's move on, my people. Now we have another one right here. Peter said, you have been served breakfast. Mr. Tinubu, my advice for you is to organize a world press conference and withdraw your ambition and support a more younger candidate in your party from the south to win the primaries. Okay, Tinubu saying be you too. Me no understand. Wait that my brother they talk. Tinubu saying be you. He never old like that. Meanwhile, let's move on. Nigerians voted Buhari to become president. If you helped him, help yourself too and stop making noise. You are happy saying you helped someone that finished this country better to become president. He knows very well that Nigeria will be buried if he hand over to you. What my brother says right there is that Buhari knows that if he give Nigeria to Tinubu or hand over to Tinubu, Nigeria is finished. Bata. All right, let's move on. We have another one right here. Odumorayo Janet said, you brought this calamity to Nigerians and you want to continue where Buhari stopped. Never. May Tinubu never happen to us, he said. All right, that was it, my people. Although I would like to read some of the speeches, some of the paragraphs from Tinubu on this particular one here. I put that one on the screen. I'm sorry, my people, that I'm taking some time. Let me just read here. According to what you are seeing right there on the screen, if not for me that stood behind Buhari, he wouldn't have become the president. He tried the first time, he failed. The second time, he failed. And the third time, he failed again. All right? So I'm going to read from here. A chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Bola Tinubu, has recalled his role in the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015, maintaining that the Katsina-born leader would have lost the election if not for his efforts. Tinubu made the comment on Thursday, which was just yesterday, while addressing party delegates at the presidential lodge in Abeokuta, Ogun State. I quote, Tinubu Nadi talk so. If not for me that stood behind Buhari, he wouldn't have become the president. He tried the first time, he failed. The second time, he failed. The third time, he failed. Tinubu, one of the frontline aspirants for the APC presidential ticket, told the delegates. He continued, and I quote, Tinubu Nadi talk so. He even wept on national television and vowed never to contest again. But I went to meet him in Kaduna. I told him he will run again. He said Buhari cry. He cry, Papa cry, Mama. As he cry, he can go meet and say, he can't give her a tissue. Can't say me no cry again. Say, I be Odunga. You must win. Make I continue. You know, make I read that part again because I see that part is very, very interesting. You get why. He even went on the national television and vowed never to contest again. But I went to meet him in Kaduna. I told him he will run again. I will stand by you and you will win. But you must not joke with Yorubas. And he agreed. You must. The agreement, the conditions behind Tinubu's help to Buhari was you go win, but you must not joke with Yorubas. And Buhari agreed. Okay. I nominated Osinbajo, the former governor of Lagos State, said since Buhari became president, he has not benefited anything from him. Since he became the president, I have never gotten ministry slots, he said. Now, Buhari and Tinubu, they talk, so I didn't collect any contract. I have never begged for anything from him. It is the tone of Yoruba. It is my tone. They see the body language, they force, by fire, by force.
That is exactly what he was saying with Yoruba language.
Yes, that's what I'm reading now. I'm trying to interpret to people in English right now. According to him, he had wanted to be the country's president since his days in the Action Congress ACN. Noting his role in the political careers of several Nigerian leaders, including Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Tinubu won't talk again. He knew all the calculations then favored us. That is why he wanted me as his vice. But I told him to let us build the party first. And when we finished building the party, after we brought in people from the PDP, Saraki now saw those from the PDP will not get anything from Buhari. A Muslim becomes the president, and if me, also a Muslim, become a vice president, he won't get the Senate president, and the Senate president cannot also be a Muslim. That was how they started the campaign of calumny against me. Tinubu explained, and I continue. I told them that I have a candidate that is a Christian that I can nominate so that the party will not break. That was how I nominated Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. I surrendered my right to him, and he betrayed me. I was asked to submit 3 names: Yemi Cardozo, Wale Edun, and Yemi Osinbajo. He also told the delegate about his role in the election of Governor Dakpo Abiodun of Ogun State, saying with his political experience in the last 25 years, he deserved to be given the chance to lead Nigeria. Not by force. Me, I don't understand. God, calm down. Dakpo. Now, Tinubu State talk, so Dakpo, that's sitting down here, could have become governor without me. Okay, could he have become governor without me? See, he was boasting. Even the Dakpo was right there on inside the hall. He was saying Dakpo wouldn't have become governor without me. We were at the stadium. They tore all his posters, even the party flag. They didn't want to hand over to him. I was the one who brought him and gave him the power. Hey God, I don't know, say Tinubu, you strong like this, so you go help yourself single-handedly this time. Let's move on. If he wants to meet God at the right place, he must know that without God and me, he won't not have the opportunity to become a governor. Wow. Without God and me, that for not become a governor. That one, the better say that one sit down for there. You just man.
That is exactly truth of the matter.
Yeah. You know, he finished that one, not be small. So that was Tinubu. I wanted to round up everything for now about Tinubu. Everybody have the right to talk about him later on again. But meanwhile, Let's move on and play more videos about Tinubu again. Listen, the APC, some of the APC members, or some of them inside the backstage or whatever, I don't know what you call them, they be cabal or whatever, I don't know. You know, so all these people, some of them, they make decisions that you and I not even aware. Okay? Sometimes, in fact, in case you are not aware today, we have people who tell Buhari what to do. But Buhari is officially the president of Nigeria. So that's why these people, I don't know what to call them. But normally, they're supposed to be called cabals. Right. They have taken decision, or rather they are contemplating to disqualify Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I would like you all to watch this video to take it from there. God bless you all. Please, right there, my spectators, my audience, those on the comment section, those watching us right now, please help us to share this video. Share. You know, these are the things that's affecting every one of us, not just myself, not just you, it's every one of us. If you like it or not, if you live in America, UK, Canada, Germany, Italy, Spain, any part of the world right now, the reason why, if you check it statistically, if you check it holistically, the reason why we left Nigeria is because of the suffering, the instability we have in our country. So whether you like it or not, the situation of Nigeria right now is affecting every one of us. Please share and give awareness to all Nigerians right there. Listen, if you watch this video from the beginning, you see some of the people that I interview, one of them not even sure what PDP stands for, what APC stands for, who is Tinubu, who is Atiku, and who is Peter Obi. What he said, anybody who gives me money now, I will vote for them. That's what the man said. You sharing, sometimes you are giving awareness. You liking, giving opportunity. The reason for YouTube to share our video, to suggest our videos, for those that have not seen it, you're helping yourself and helping every one of us. Let's move on and listen to this video.
Screening committee is chaired by the former APC national chairman, John Odigiregu. And the report just coming in says the All Progressives Congress, the APC Presidential Screening Committee, has been asked to disqualify Bola Tinubu, a former Lagos governor, over what is described as questionable educational qualifications in a letter dated May 17, 2022. As an APC member from Kano State asked the party to disqualify Tinubu over alleged false documents. The latter tendered to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in 1998.
Well, the Rise correspondent Indy Amugo is at the venue of the APC presidential screening, and he joins us now for update. Indy, what can you tell us about the screening so far? How many people have been screened? Bring us up to speed.
All right, thank you so much, Adeswa, Morwan, and Ngozi Alebu in the studio. Quite a number of them have been screened. It's been when the aspirant Bola Tinubu walked in, it was almost a flurry of activities. I mean, there was so much. What you're even watching now is little compared to what was seen when Bola Ahmed Tinubu walked in. And in fact, when he walked out, the hall here where I'm standing almost became empty. You asked me who have been screened. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been screened. Felix Mwabo has been screened. Dave Umahi has been screened as well. Rotimi Amechi has been screened. About 7 or so of them have been screened. Kenan Amani too has been screened. Ibukule Mesu, as at the time you were speaking, himself too has been screened. These are some of the people who have been screened, who were present here on the screening of the presidential aspirants that eventually started. Let me also get to tell you that it was like it wasn't even going to hold, but eventually we got to know journalists were not permitted to climb up to where the screening exercise was holding. But eventually our cameraman got up there to do the interviews and what's the screening process. If you take a look behind me, you will see a number of people still hanging around here where the screening is holding. But before now, this place was almost impassable. There was such number of people here. And when Bola Ahmed Tinubu came down, like I was saying before, the hall almost became empty. That is the present situation as we have it here. This screening will go on for today and for tomorrow. Ngozi Alebua Adesua.
All right. Thank you very much, Nigerians family and Nigerians all over the world that is watching us right now. Please don't forget to like this video, give us some thumbs up, share these videos. You know, this is our concerns. This is our plight. These are our pains. You know, it is time to stop it. Please share. Just share, give awareness to others what we all are talking about right here now. Meanwhile, we're going to talk about this, you know, proposed disqualification of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Everybody are going to have 2 minutes round the game, while I'm also going to give 6 callers opportunity to talk to us. But before that, before people start calling in, I'm going to start with Left is Etoya. Left is Etoya, if you are right there with us, is your turn to talk to us this time. As you know, APC are currently contemplating to disqualify some APC members are currently contemplating. They are blaming John Odige Oyegun, you know, for what he did or whatever, you know, to disqualify Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How possible can this be?
It is very, very possible. It is extremely very possible. These are just game. They already know who they want. They already know what they are doing. They are just acting this script for Nigerians to see that they are working, for the world to see, yes, they're actually doing screening. I tell you, right from onset, they've known who they want. Like one of the papers that said, Buhari said, allow me to choose my successor. They are already pointing at who they think they can put in replace of Buhari. But after all this, what we all going to be looking at is mostly at the INEC. Like after our last broadcast, I got some SMS of one Kingsley contributing that whatever we all talk about, no matter what we do, that the problem we have in Nigeria is the INEC, that they are the game changer. If they can change that institution to make it for more people, then our vote, whatever we want, will go forward. That the North will not allow INEC to deliver a certain president or an Eastern president because it's already scripted. So that was one of the message I got after our last broadcast. And really, I looked at it. It is true. So these are all scripted. They already know who they want. It is very, very possible that Bola Tinubu is going to be screened out. If they are asking for it, it's already being scripted. They just want to show that some people are requesting for him to be screened out, giving whatever excuse they have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my co-moderator right there. Left is Etoya. Thank you very much for all you do for this channel. All right, let's move on, my people. We're going to be starting from Tio Bella right there. Before that, okay, we lost the caller that's supposed to talk to us. So Tio Bella, please talk to us. What is your take on this?
Thank you so much. I think I don't know if I'm correct. You know, this video you show, I think that this will happen some time ago. The recent news we have.
This one happened just 2 days ago.
Okay, the recent one now is the one that happens today, whereby they've already screened out 10 candidates, rather aspirants. We don't know them yet. They are yet to release the list of.
As we speak, even up to this morning, they are still contemplating, you know, to drop Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Remember, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a very, very strong man. You know, for you to drop him, trust me, it's going to be a fight. So don't be surprised if his name is one of the people they have allowed to go for the, you know, to go on for the presidency. So go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, that is for that aspect. It's true, like what leftists have already talked about. The era of this Ahmed Tinubu, we have already discussed so much about him. I don't really have much to talk much about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The truth of the matter is that it's no longer relevant in today's political world. They said most of us are blind towards what is happening in modern days today. I don't see. Okay, fine. Let's take this for instance. I have never seen where Ahmed Bola Tinubu have granted interview to any of those media space. He has not been to China. He has not been to any of the radio stations to come and discuss with people. We need a president who is visible. We need a president who can hold responsible in case of anything go wrong or bad, you know.
God bless you.
We need somebody that have that one-on-one interaction. If you see Showore, if you see Peter Obi, they have that one-on-one. Is it on entertainment? You'll see them moving up with the people. Is it on education? You see them, you know, aggregating with students and all that. So I have never seen Ahmed Tinubu doing that. And if we mistakenly vote those people into power, either they're in London for treatment or they're in Asoro without even making any statement. So my whole point is that we Nigerians, I'm using this opportunity to beg each and every one of us to take this as a very big opportunity. If by tomorrow APC actually maybe mistakenly or whatever they present Ahmed Tinubu or whoever, we should take this into consideration that these people don't know what is obtainable in today's world. Even if they do, they are no longer in consonant with reality. So we should try as much as possible to drive away these people from our political system. And on the other aspect of Peter Obi, I just want to assure people who are saying, many people are saying there is no structure and all that. I'm not saying there is a work going on right now, current work, not work, please, going on right now. In the next 2-3 months, you will see a very big campaign going on for Peter Obi in the area of labor and all the.
And I can testify to that.
Yeah, please. And
there's a big plan going on right now in Lagos, which I'm not going to reveal soon. A very, very massive plan.
I just listened to Doyin Okupe, if I pronounce the name correctly.
Exactly. Don't review that. Don't review that. Skip.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. Doyin Okupe is one of the force right now. Please, I don't want you to reveal that yet. Thank you very much. We have Mr. Akim, my brother, right here with us on the phone. Mr. Akim, please talk to us. Good evening to you. Supposed to be here with us.
Good evening. Brother, you can see that I'm trying all the time. And you guys, nobody's leaving the platform. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's just hold up tight.
Akim, come take my place. Now Tupac, come take my place. Bro, nice.
Never come on. Just wait till 1 second when I finish before you come out. I beg.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Akim. Talk to us.
So thank you very much, everybody on the panelists and those lovely people on the conversation. I've been listening from the beginning, and you see that video. I watched it yesterday. I've always said this. I don't want this Tinubu presidency, and I don't agree with him as president. But you know, when there are factual comments out there, we have to agree with what is fact and what are not fact should be put aside. Everything Tinubu said about how the whole thing unfolded yesterday were all true. Okay, Buhari has come out publicly before. Publicly, it's not like he came out publicly to say he will never run again. That was after he lost 2011 to Jonathan and then affirmed by the Supreme Court. He came out and said he will never run again. And everybody aware that it was Tinubu who went to go and meet him and said, listen, you have to come back. And Tinubu did that. This is why I want all of us to understand about how our leaders are treating us and why we should no longer play their own tune anymore. Tinubu went to meet Buhari, not because he thinks Buhari can do a better job in Nigeria, but because he knows that Buhari have the vote in the north. By having the southwest vote can unseat Goodluck Jonathan. That was the whole calculation. And the issue of Oshibajo, that was also true. That was also true as well, because it was Tinubu who made Oshibajo the Attorney General of Lagos State when Tinubu was governor. And one reason why I believe Tinubu chose Oshibajo to be vice president was because he thought at the time that Oshibajo was not an active politician. So when the time came after he had finished his vice presidency, he would just easily step aside. That is why he feels so painful that the man is running against him now. Then another issue, you see when I always say on this platform that when people say it's the turn of the Ishan, it's the turn of the Igbo, it's the turn of the this. Have you ever heard Tinubu say it's the turn of the Yoruba before now? He has never ever said it. But as soon as he felt like it was not going his way, what did you hear? It is the turn of the Yoruba. That language is the language of the elite. I've always said it on this platform. We should not be part of it. We should not be supporting it. They are using it not for our own benefit. But anytime they are
No. Please mute yourself, please.
Our state governors, whatever problem we have should be responsibility of those who we elect in the state, local
Thank
government,
you.
chairmen, councillors, and the state governors. This is what we need to go for now. Whether it is a northerner, Muslim, we should forget about those things, and it doesn't work for us. That is their own way of getting power, not for us, not because they want to do something good for us. No, it is the card which they play when the world is against them. Thank you very much, my brother.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you very much. All right, let me take another call right here before we move on, people. Please understand with us. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. You have 2 minutes. Go straight to the point, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brother Watch.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, please, I just want to talk to our fellow brothers and sisters Nigerians. This fight is not for only Southerner, or Northerner, or Easterner. This is a collective fight. We should stop measuring because this pain. I'm from the north. I'm definitely supporting UP. I'm telling you, as I'm telling to you, I'm telling my brothers and sisters, we should all work together. This fight is not only south or east or north. We all should fight for one cause, which is a rightful candidate that's going to salvage our country for us. That's what we should be talking about. We should stop saying that Northerner, Southerner. Please, we should help ourselves. Let us not look at ourselves that maybe we are different people. We are one people. No matter what, this is affecting everybody. It's affecting the north. It's affecting the south. It's affecting everybody. This fight is not only for Saudi alone. It's for everybody, please. I beg you, please. Help us. Help guide our people, please. We should say north or south. This fight is for all of us, please. I beg you. Watch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. I will stop right there for callers. Let me move on now to my panelists. All right. Tubala, I've talked to you. Mano Bender is right there. Mano Bender, I think it's your time now to talk to us. Please go ahead. 2 minutes.
Okay. I just want us to reassess the possible outcome from that list. I personally think that they shouldn't sack Tinubu or eliminate him. Disqualify him, because if they do that, it will be very clear. The bias will be very clear. The biases against him will be very clear. So they should let him go through it and get his head around it that he lost, because they already have a script. They know who they want. So he should go through it and then lose. And then now also get squeezed, because he's going to want to go to another party, maybe AD or all those Western parties. Then by that time, this team is already against him. So I hope and pray that Tinubu will learn a lesson. And those other people who are trying to make him a god, they too will learn a lesson. That's my position.
Wow, that was brief and very powerful. Thank you very much, Mano Bender. I appreciate you right there. Let's go back to Madam Rita. Madam Rita, please, what's your take on this? You know, they are planning to disqualify Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I know you don't like mentioning that name, but just talk to us.
Yeah, I'm very happy you understand my feelings towards the man at Borderland. I refuse to mention his name because I do not want us to even promote his name or his face or anything that concerns him. Now, I just want to talk about, the last caller that spoke and said that we should not stop talking about North, South, East, West. There's something, when they talk about racism, there's a word that was being used by the ignorant races. They'll say, oh, there's no colorism, there's no color, we all are one. I think they now discovered that was a very wrong way for not making people see each other, see the differences in each other and how they can come together. Now, first of all, sir, I'm speaking to, first of all, the guy who called about not talking about North and South. You have to identify the different regions of Nigeria. You have to identify the different tribes in Nigeria. You have to identify all those things so that they can be seen, acknowledged, and listened to. And that's how those are part of the ingredient to bring unity in Nigeria. But when you want to go on a smoke screen or you go in the cloud to say, oh, we are one, we are not one. Even in our minds, the way Nigeria is today, we are not one. So that's why we need to come to the fact that, okay, I see you, Fulani man, I see you, Kanuri man, I see you, Hausa man, I see you, Bini man, I see you, Esa man, I see you, Igbo man, I see you, acknowledge everybody. When a true leader says, I see you, it means that everybody will feel, okay, I am part of this country. I have been seen. So a man from Ben will say, I have been seen, I have been recognized. You cannot separate that. When people are seen that they are seen and you have acknowledged them and respected them, then you can listen to them. And then when you listen to everybody, you try to convince everybody why we need to be together and why we need to have one mind and one goal as Nigerians, not Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, or Bini, or whatever. That's the first step, and that's what people need to understand. So we cannot take out the fact that there's a northern Nigeria, there's a middle belt, and there's a southern Nigeria. We need to acknowledge that. And if Peter Obi needs to get the goal, those are the things, and I believe that he knows those people need to be seen and heard. Every human being does not want to feel left out or marginalized. The Igbos feel they have not been seen or heard, and that's why we're having issues. The Fulani that are aggrieved, so-called Fulani that are aggrieved, they have not been seen and they have not been heard by their leaders. That's why we are in this problem in Nigeria. Now, going back to the man at Bodilon, I seriously, Elvis, I really don't like talking about that man because I feel we are kind of promoting him, and by even mentioning his name at all. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I was talking about being seen and heard, we need to be realistic that this is a person that is out there. This is a desperate man that is out there. He has the audacity of arrogance.
Thank you.
These leaders don't care about us. That's the truth. They use religion, they use tribal sentiments to confuse Nigeria, and that is what this man is exposing. I want them to dance naked in the market square. And that's all I have to say for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Rita, for your contribution. All right, let's move on to Destiny. Mr. Destiny, please talk to us.
Mr. Destiny, thank you. I can hear you, sir.
Okay, go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, for me, like I always said, as Mr. Rita just said, I don't even have anything to do with Tinubu. So I hardly talk about the issue of Tinubu because Tinubu is not, for me, it's not relevant. It's like we are even promoting him that much, talking about him. At least,
okay.
I know I'm not a fan of.
Do you want him to be disqualified? Sorry? Do you want him to be disqualified by his party members?
Even for the first time, I didn't even want him to even attempt the screening, not to talk of qualify. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I know I'm not a fan of Peter Obi. It's better we talk about Peter Obi, but for me, I like to talk about Sowore more because he's dogged and rugged to fight with those people. He doesn't support. He's not a friend with all these cabals. That's why I like him, and I will be happy if we make it possible. But Peter Obi dance around with all those people, and he cannot do anything to them.
God bless you, Mr. Destiny. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Ejiro. Please, you have your 2 minutes. What's your take on this possible disqualification for Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Mr. Ejiro, are you there with us?
Yeah, Nanjawash, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Thank you very much. Go ahead, talk to us. 2 minutes.
Yeah, you see, it is very pathetic for a nation that practices democracy, where someone will say it is his turn to rule. Who do this to us? Nigerians, who do this to us? Turn by Turn Nigerian Limited. It's a very, 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 very big disgrace. Your man, what's his name? Tinubu made it clear, passing a message to Buhari, that he made him president after multiple failed attempts. That he said without him, Buhari would have not entered the Guinness Book of Record as Nigerian Syria presidential contestant. So the way I look at this whole thing, if you ask me, the way I look at this whole thing, the way this whole thing stands now, I think the issue is between Buhari and Tinubu. They should not involve Nigerian masses. If they like, both of them should come into a boxing ring and fight it out. It's none of our business. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother, Mr. Ejiro. God bless you. That was brief. Thank you. We're going to move on now to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, please talk to us in 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Niger Wash. We don't even have anything to talk about concerning this man. You know, for me, I've forgotten. I don't even know if this man is existing anymore. You understand? Like what that brother Destiny just said. He said he did not even want him to attend that screening. How much more disallowed? How much more disqualify him? So that brother have finished everything. That man not supposed to be in public domain. You know, so I don't even have anything to say about him. I don't understand. The time that I have, I prefer we discuss about Shore or discuss about this other man. You know, those two young men. How are we going to support them to become the next president? That is what I want to talk about. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Show life. Please talk to us. Make it very brief so that we can move on to the next topic. We are done with Tinubu right now.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My opinion this time around is that we have a very big issue at hand because the 2023 election it will be historical because if you look at it now, based on the religion kind of politics and tribal politics, the Northerner have successfully secured Atiku for themselves. There's no doubt about it. And if you want to look at it the other way around, the only person who can challenge Atiku today, it will be Tinubu. Alternatively, Showere and Peter Obi. But I have buts. The but there is that the only way Peter Obi and Showere can win Tinubu or Atiku also is when we have this massive outing or massive cooperation of the youth, just like we had it in NESA's period. That is the only way also. And APC now, they are confused. They are in a confused seat because they cannot actually decide what to do with Tinubu. They have issues with Tinubu age, health condition, and although they enjoy his lifestyle of corruption, they enjoy that. But they have issue with all those things. But the way it is now, they can't just flog him out. Because flogging out means that APC is dead. And no one they can present that can withstand Atiku.
Because of time, sir. Because of
time also. Because they also have a very limited time as a party and as a politicians. So for me now, I want us to actually focus more on Peter Obi and Showere.
We are going to Peter Obi soon. Yeah.
Showere is the point.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Show Life. We'll move on now to Mr. Agbe. Mr. Agbe, please talk to us. What's your take?
Yes, thank you once again for the second chance. You see, my take is this. The fear of Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the beginning of APC wisdom. Tinubu cannot just be pushed away from APC like that. And it's like this information of disqualifying has got to him. That is why he was cutting shame in Ogun State yesterday.
Yes.
Are you getting it now?
Yes.
If you understand what we're playing on there in Ogun State yesterday, Tinubu were pointing finger at all the old governors in Yoruba land. Starting from Dakpo. In 2019, Dakpo was about to remove, in fact, there was some zone in the local government of Dakpo and Usipanjo where Dakpo big board pictures and all those things were removing overnight. It was Tinubu that stepped in before they were able to store Dakpo into power. So Tinubu is a very big bird that they can never just break in his wings so easy in APC. And if you watch the video that we just watched just now, it's like we don't really understand what happened there. The reporter were saying that the people that we are seeing there, we are more than that. As Tinubu come out, the place empty. So what does that tell us? That tells us that we should, if we those who say they will not be speaking about Tinubu, if you did not disqualify that man, begin to be speaking, the evil deed of these people. How will people know what they have did? There are people that listen to us here right now. Begin to disqualify this man. This man is not capable. This is who this man is. People wholly accountable for the in case of NSAS, in case of corruption, and all those things. So,
please,
yeah.
we have one. Please, we have a caller right now. Just 2 minutes, please. Let this person contribute.
Okay, right
Please.
on.
So, caller, tell us where you're calling from and your name.
Good evening. I'm calling from Germany. My name is Frank.
You're calling from Germany?
From yeah.
And your name is who?
Frank.
Frank, okay. Frank from Germany. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. What I really want to contribute to the issue is about Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay.
From my own side of view, I will want him to go so that he can fight himself, and it's going to give us plus. Because for me, not that I cannot say I don't like him. I like him as a personal, for the fear of God. But the way the issue of Nigeria is going, so home to go back home one.
We can't hear this person.
So if we go, please. What the second issue I want to talk about is about Peter Obi or Ushowore. So I've been following Ushowore for his starting the president ambition, and for recent now I just see Peter Obi coming out. But from the word of his mouth and for what he has done when he was 8-time governor, so I prefer maybe we should give him support, either him or Ushowore, but I don't know if anyone that will be the Nigerian support, it will be my support also. But my fight is just that we should come out from this mess. And again, one caller make one that we should not discriminate perhaps north and the south. But this fight has been long for long. So this, if you notice what the way Nigeria is going, you know that some areas have become as a second class or third class citizen. Right. So we cannot one Nigeria.
Right. Thank you. Somebody else is calling. Oga Frank, we have somebody on the line. Mr. Mori calling. Thank you. Mr. Mori, please, quick. I don't know why you didn't join us today, but we lost Mr. Mori. Oh, okay. Igwe, you can continue.
Yes, sir. You see, as I was saying, Bola Ahmed is a very strong person in the party. They cannot just screen in, easily like that. Imagine a governor of a Kano state is with Bola Ahmed Tinubu at Ogun State yesterday. Many governors and ex-governor of Ogun State, all of them were within there. So what I'm trying to say here is this: we should be speaking the evil things that Bola refused to us yesterday, using that area against the party, the APC, and Bola with his own ambition, so that people will be no more evil about them and what they have done. Then the area of that caller that speak that that caller right one way or the other, that we should not be talking about ethnic system, because if you really watch critically, holistically, let us be true to ourselves. Since the time of democracy, we have first president of Fulani, which is a person of what they call it, the late Yaradua. Yaradua was not sentiment that the way this Buhari regime make things to become worse. You understand my point now? Before we were looking at ourselves, as one Nigeria, and that caller was talking about the ground of that name Nigeria, and that's what myself I agree that we should be looking at right now, because it is Buhari that really bring this ethnic system of leadership in Nigeria. Yaradua did very well. A truthful man and a man who said the system are brought to power is not free and fair system. Was a full animal. So that color is one way or the other, right? Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you very much. Mr. Kim, please, I would like you to talk about this possible disqualification of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If possible, you can round that up within a minute or two so that we can move on to the next topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before I go on, I just want to ask, is my network clear? Because I think when you was talking just now, it was kind of rumbly, so I don't know if it was my side or your side.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. In terms of the disqualification, I doubt if they would do it. That's the truth of the matter, because in as much as there are some elements within that APC that doesn't want Tinubu to get the candidacy, but they also understand as well that they don't want him to go nuclear, because if he goes nuclear, whether you like it or not, whether you support Tinubu or not, one thing you cannot deny him, as we speak right now, Lagos State is in his hand, Osun State is in his hand. Oyo State, though they are in the opposition, but the structure of that party in Oyo State is in his hand. So Ogun State, yes, we know that was giving allegiance to the vice president, but that Abiodun emerges through the support of Bola Tinubu, because do not forget the record of what happened during when Amosu was leaving. Tinubu used Oshomole then to bring in Dapo Abiodun. That was why Amosun and Amosun's boys lost out in that APC primaries then, when the structures was taken away from the sitting governor. Those were Tinubu's work, and that was why he said yesterday, even though he was very arrogant to a sitting governor, the reason, you see, it's like when somebody
point down, I said, LA. He was talking this one that's
what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. That it's like when somebody owns you, they talk to you with no element of respect at all. And that was how he addressed a sitting governor yesterday. Even though the governor was sitting behind him, because he knew the role that he played. He knew the role that he played in making that guy becoming the governor. And that was why he was able to so much callously disrespect the man, which I just look at. The same problem we are having with Buhari today. Very arrogant. Their age, you see that their age group. You see those people that their age group. They are the same thing. If you listen to when Obasanjo talk as well, you see a high level of arrogance in the way and manner in which they talk. They don't have regards for the ordinary people. That is why a man like Tinubu will say, "It is my turn to be president." No, it is not your turn to be president. President is not turn by turn matter. We are in a democracy. The people go to vote. People will go there and they will cast their ballot and they will decide whose turn is it. It is not your turn. You can stay within the party structure. You had an arrangement with the president, which was not an arrangement with the APC, that they should support your ambition. And this is why sometimes when people are greedy, greediness in life sometimes have a way of backfiring. You know that in honesty, President Muhammadu Buhari only wanted to do one term. He only wanted to do one term. If you remember last time, I don't know if you guys remember, it took him time to declare for second term. It took Buhari long time. Everybody was saying, what is he going to do? These were the same people who went to go and encourage him to run for second term because of their own personal ambitions. They did not even put the welfare or the well-being of the country into consideration, knowing fully well that the man was not performing, but they went to go and encourage him because they know that if Buhari was to step down after one term, there will still be an argument for a northerner to come in again. So in their own calculation at the time, that if Buhari was to finish his 8th term, it will be a pathway for them in the south to become a president. If you notice, Fashola, what Tinubu said yesterday, Fashola had said the same thing but last year, that it is the turn of the Southwest. He did not say the turn of the South. He said it is the turn of the Southwest. And who is Fashola? Fashola is a Tinubu boy. So he has had his boys playing this card for him before. But this is the first time he personally came out. I think he saw the handwriting on the wall. And I told you guys on this platform before, months ago, that Buhari is not supporting Tinubu I said it long time. I said Buhari is not supporting Tinubu, and that is why you see Bola Ahmed Tinubu travel is as he has traveled across Nigeria, campaigning for this primary election. No, ordinarily somebody like Tinubu will not do that. I'm telling you. The reason you see him, he has gone from state to state to state to state. Tinubu, I think, is one of the most traveled candidates among all those APC aspirants. He traveled more than anybody. He has visited nearly all the states because he knows that the horde is against him. But I think they are doing everything they can to push him out. And I hope they push him out, because for me, the only problem I have then is that if APC disintegrates, it will make it easy for Atiku to become president. But I was hoping to see both of them disintegrate so that everybody will just get 25% of the vote. Then that will give chance to an outsider to be able to win the vote. If not, my brother, it will not happen, my brother. It's going to be a long shot, because the North, I know that we in the South, we want something different, but the North, my brother, we are not breaking through in that area, man. It's hard. We are not breaking through. And if you look yesterday, when Tinubu was talking, the Ganduje was behind him.
Round up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I finished. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. All right, before we move on to other panelists that just join us right now, I'd like us to watch this video. I'd like us to see what Dele Momodu have to say about Peter Obi and his own people. Let's take it from here.
That even the Easterners may not support their own. I knew. Peter Obi is my very good friend. I have tremendous regards for him. We live 5 minutes apart in Lagos. He's someone I admire, but I knew his own people were not going to vote for him. And when you look at the voting pattern, it's the nature of man. Self-preservation.
Let me ask you why you have said that you know that the Igbos will not support themselves. What have you noticed about them?
No, it's not about Igbo. It's about every human being. I have been one of the biggest champions of Igbo nation. You see, the thing is that your salvation does not lie in the hands of a member of your family. It's somewhere else. That's why some of us are contesting. I didn't want to contest, but I knew what was going to happen. That if the Southerners don't present good candidates, we are going nowhere. For me, the two of the best, I'm not saying we're the best, the two of the best in PDP was myself and Peter Obi.
Now, let me
and he had to abscond.
Let me stay on Peter Obi for a second, because he has moved on to Labour Party. Now, I'm talking to you now as a journalist again, because I would say if Nigerians, if Peter Obi is one of our best, can Nigeria pull off what was pulled off, maybe what Trump pulled off, by getting these new votes that nobody even knew existed?
Is it possible?
That would be a delusion of grandeur.
Oh, wow.
I was in Labour. I started my journey from Labour. Nigerian politicians are everywhere. They have proliferated everywhere. They have infiltrated everywhere. The first thing Obi will face in Labour, he would have to fund the party. The party does not have money. Wow. And Nigerians don't make contributions. After I lost the first 10 million, I started shaking when I was in Labour. 10 million. They said they were setting up structures. But he has to now set up structures. They don't have structures.
Hi.
That's why I told my friends, Kingsley Moghalu, Omoyele Sowore, Peter Obi, Donald Duke, ask any of them if I did not want them. You cannot win a presidential election from a fringe local party. Look, you cannot. It doesn't have that. He has money. Peter Obi has money, unlike me. I'm just a reporter. But can Peter Obi spend his hard-earned money on fighting an Atiku or fighting a Tinubu if he emerges in APC? He can't.
Wow. Two things right there. One, that was okay. Sorry, my people. That was Dele Momodu right there. You know, it was one of the presidential aspirants. He was knocked out. You know, I'm not sure he got any vote at all. Now he's saying the question. I'm going to start with CM. You know, before we go to Mr. Kundaye and the Irons ward. You know, now he's saying that Peter Obi, the Igbo people, Although he didn't admit that he's talking about the Igbo people, but he's talking about the Easterners. So I don't know what he's talking about. That they will not support Peter Obi, they will not vote for him. One, that's the first question I want you guys to answer. The second one is he believes that Labour Party doesn't have a structure. Because of that, they might not win the presidency. I'm going to start with CM. Mr. CM, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today? Please, I would like you to talk to us in 2 minutes. What's your take on this? You are currently...
Thank you very much. Good evening to members of the panel. Well, without wasting time, I've listened to what Dele Mahmood said. To quote him, he said there are two best candidates in PDP then, himself and Peter Obi.
Yes.
Now, if he recognizes that Peter Obi is one of the best, and there's an Igbo that won the best, when Peter Obi left, what is he expecting? Let me tell you, the fact that when Peter Obi left, PDP delegates, from what I heard from the grapevine, they were told, if you know anybody that Peter Obi could defeat by being in the Labour, bring the person on in terms of character. That's what they did. But this thing it may not come to light now, but later it will come to light in future. So saying that Igbos will know is a lie. Then I think 1 minute must have gone. Then the second one is no structure in a Labour Party. What really is structure? You know, when Nigerians talk structure, Niger Watch, what they mean is you have people in different states you can give dollar to distribute. That's what they mean by structure. It's not that you have a 10-story building, 20-story. No. You see, with the way P2B is going and the people, youths are willing, without money, to come out and campaign for him. What money do you need? What structure? Well, because when they say this thing called structure, you have to ask them, what really do you mean by structure? It's not like there's a building somewhere, or the 2-story building like where we say physical structure, architectural structure. No. What they are talking is, which big man like Tinubu, when in those days the Buhari may organize money, or if Tinubu is the person, now we say, okay, I have a Rufai in Kaduna, I give him money to distribute, or I have a Ojikalo to rig election in Abia. This is what they mean by structure. It's not going to work that way. P2B is saying, why P2B is a movement is that he's telling the youths, at your productive age, you are begging. When you get to 70, what will happen? The youths are thinking. That's why they now say, look, this is the man that is talking to us. He said, this is your time. 30, 34, 35, 28, 29, 40. You don't have anything. When you die, how then do you get to 70 years? This is the time you should be productive. That I'm going to change Nigeria from sharing formula, no more coming to Abuja to share, but I will tell Gombe State, this is what you can produce, bring it on. So indirectly, he's talking of restructuring in a different way, but when he gets in, this is what he means by production, because he's not going to bring anybody again to come and share. For instance, he gave examples, said, what we share in Nigeria is $18 billion from crude oil, from Ogoniland and all the Niger Delta, Ejo and Edo and all these things. He said, but a country like Kenya is exporting flour more than 20 billion. A country like Egypt is exporting. A country like Vietnam is exporting more than $50 billion from agricultural produce. Why Taraba State can export coffee like Kenya is doing? So why should we be struggling for 18 billion when you know that every state in Nigeria can comfortably manufacture something more than 10 billion? So why are you coming to Abuja? That is the logic of P2B, and the youths are getting the message because that is what they are doing. So what this thing Dele Mahmoudi is saying is that I'm quite happy that people are reasoning this way, but the shocker will come. It will be a shocker because the way P2B movement is going, it will be a shocker. All this idea of old politics of you don't have structure, I rig you in, haven't got money to spend. Why Nigerian election seems to be expensive is because people are going to be giving money. P2B won't give money. It's your conviction that will make you say, look, this is the man I'm going to, and I'm going to vote for. And let me tell you one thing. Morally, they just say the law of nature. Niger Watch, if I did not collect money from you to vote for you, Don't you think when I'm criticizing you, when you go there, your conscience, no matter what. For instance, Peter Obi is selling without spending money. He has his own money. He's not spending it. People are even helping him, all these things. That's why people like Barack Obama was everybody, just a movement. He never spent his money. People were contributing, or even you say, use your own money to print poster. This is my picture. Use your own money and do it. So when you now get in, you will now ask yourself, even when Peter was governor of Anambra State, he says it. He said it in Anambra. He said, if you are to vote for me because I give you money, don't vote for me. Yet he's the best governor. So they feel that Nigeria still reasons like Almajiri system in the north, mainly people from the south. The campaign strategy will be from Benue State downwards or middle belt. If the Yorubas could play ball and then understand that this P2B is for everybody, let's ditch the lack of Tinubu and all these things. Oshibajo is part of the failed system. So who is going to come out from there? Then let's use P2B and then change Nigeria for the better. So what Dele Mahmoudi is saying, to some extent, I see it like somebody rambling. He can say anything, but I don't believe that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I'll come back to you. Let me move on to Mr. Okundaye. Mr. Okundaye, good evening to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Happy weekend to you.
Good evening, Mr. Nigerians. Good evening, all the panelists. Good evening, all the viewers and all the listeners on the commenters.
Later, after Mr. Okundaye, please, I would like to take permission to speak so I can go back to my my sleeping.
All right. No. Hold on. All right. Thank you. All right, Mr. Okundaye, what's your take on Peter Obi? Do you think that the Igbo people will vote for him? Or do you think that he will become a Nigerian president at all?
Peter Obi is the next president, as I'm seeing with strategy, because the youth of Nigeria are the ones suffering, and they are the ones to solve their problem. A man who came to give advice and said, this is the way you will solve your problem if you are willing to solve your problem. And those who really know that they are willing to solve their problem, it's easy for them to work with. Not the one who want to increase their problem by bringing money, because they have received money as you strike. They receive money as you strike. They receive money as you strike. Now they now see the man who said, I will not give you money, but if you stand with me, ASU will never strike again. For those that are sick, if you stand with me, your hospital will be working. So it's selling ideas, because what all these old people doesn't know that they thought the time one person have monopoly of violence, or if we just throw money like the way you throw corn for cow for fowl, then they will rush it and they will forget. So now even if they throw that money for students, they will collect that their money, because they know that if they put them in power, they will still go on strike. And students know the reason that they are going to school is to build their future. And since these people have been giving them money, could not build their future. No problem. We need money to do transport, even if they want to campaign for any state. It is money that we use for transport. So if these people give them money, they will collect it. We should know that one should not panic anybody. The only what my prayer now is the APC should zone their tickets to the north. Let person from the north win the APC. That is my prayer. Because if not, if APC come to the south, it will divide south most. Then all the northerners will have opportunity to vote Atiku, because they do not normally can't educate this English education as something, as anything. So that is the no problem. They don't count it as anything. They believe those their religion and oneness more than any other thing. So if the APC is
it's only 2 minutes, please. It's only 2 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm so sorry I have to cut you right there. The Iris Ward, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you, and happy birthday to you once again. Thanks for joining us. They talk to us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ivis. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mr. Leftist, all the panelists, of course, the people in the comment section, and our viewers. Thanks for having me. Based on the video we just watched, I want to disagree with Dele Momodu by saying that the Igbos will not vote for Obi. Sometimes people misunderstood a misunderstanding to total division. In every part, in every tribe in Nigeria, there is no place that people don't have misunderstanding or maybe people don't have issues. But that does not necessarily mean that those people are just divided. In a situation like this, Nigeria is in a state that people have started thinking in a different way, especially the youth. I think Dele Momodu is still talking based on the politics, that the way they used to politic in Nigeria. I am seeing a different direction that people are going right now. Politics is changing. The world is evolving. Technology is, I mean, is making the world, is taking the world to another level. Right now, I understand the area of structure that he is talking about, and that was exactly one of the problems I was having with him when he came out as a presidential aspirant. I was a bit mad at him for not staying in the labor to build that structure he is talking about with them. Maybe by now, Labour Party would have not been the place they are right now. But he chose to run away. According to him, he spent more than 10 million and not the rest of that. For his mind, he believed that if you are not in one of these money-back party, you cannot win a presidential seat. I disagree that with him. The truth is that I understand that structure is not only about sharing money for people. I think it's also talking about having more states, as in having more governors in other states and having more people in the Senate and all that. Those also have to do with political structure. Because obviously, if you don't have these things, it might be a bit difficult for you to govern, even when you win an election. We all know that. But in the area of the way politics is going right now, Nigeria is seeing a fresh breed of candidates, not just every face that we have been seeing. Somebody that is out there telling us his roadmap, telling us what he wants to do for us. What I am really about right now is for Obi and his team and we people out there to try and see how we can help in the northern part of Nigeria for him to secure votes over there, because their life there is a total different ball game. Because there was a video I saw today, I was shocked when I see some women were on the line voting. One man was there ticking paper and give to them just to put in the box. They don't even know what that man is ticking. That man is obviously ticking their own preferred candidate for giving them the paper to put. So if the thing continue like that, obviously it's going to be difficult. So they need more enlightenment. They need to be educated so that they can, I don't know how that is going to be, but I think it's a very good way to go, you know. So I see fresh breed of politics in our youth. They are ready for a change right now. There are so many of them. People used to say they don't have PVC, they make noise in social media. Trust me, because of this thing, I communicate Nigeria every now and then. The side I am from, many youth are getting their PVC, and obviously you ask them who they are for Peter Obi. So it's going to be a different ball game. This time, many people don't believe in money politics. And this our age people, it's high time they drop this mentality to see politics the way it used to be. Things are bound to change. We cannot remain the way we used to be. Things are bound to change, and this is the time for the change. So they should stop this issue of the party don't have structure, it cannot win, the person don't have money, it cannot win, it must not win. Obi have won the whole of this territory that is winning right now. The popularity is having right now. He has not spent much the way Atiku spent dollars in the primary. He has not done that, but still look at where he is today. That is to tell you, obviously a change is coming, and I so much believe in that change that will come. Thank you so much for now.
Thank you.
Ariwo, thank you so much for that analysis.
Please hold on. Whoever that is there, please hold on. I would like, because of what Aaron was just said right now, let's listen to this.
Credit, I'm with my guy here, and I know when you people see this video, and I go to say don't give me money. So for that case, Oga, give me money.
Everybody will say I will not say another give.
You know the drum.
All right, because of the money issue, I wanted to make this clear to everyone that Peter Obi doesn't give money, and his name is everywhere right now in Nigeria. I just hope the way people are clamoring for his name, they comes out to vote for him like that. All right, somebody were talking earlier on. Who was that? Please, I guess the person wanted to leave.
It's me, sir. Sure left.
Okay, short life, please.
Yes, sir.
Talk to us in 2 minutes. What's
Okay,
your take
thank
on
you very
Peter
much.
Obi and the
Let me
speech
just
from Dele Momodu? 2
let me
minutes.
just round up. Two things I want to address is that one is Dele Momodu. I think people misunderstand what Dele Momodu said when he talked about the people the Eastern people will not vote for Peter Obi. What he was saying, he was referring to the delegate of the PDP from the Eastern part, because it is well known that Peter Obi will not drop to the $50 million they are requesting for. So they will not vote for him because he doesn't want to spend such amount of money on them. Now, that is for that. Now, talking about Peter Obi is not spending money and is getting trending. My brother, let us not be hypocritical. This man is spending money and people are already donating internationally, locally. He's spending money. Money is going down already. Setting up a structure, whether local government structure or state level or federal level, it's all about money. Money is going down already. And let us not also be hypocritical about this. Even if to see Nigeria they work properly, even Peter will be supposed to DJ by now. I'm saying this categorically. This is not to demarket him, but I'm saying it. Because Peter will be confessed, agreed to say that yes, he committed the sin of not declaring his asset when he became governor of that state. So what are we talking about? He break the code.
Okay,
Even Peter will be in jail by now. But however, as it is now, I support him. I agree with him. I agree with Showeri. We both should work together. Thank you, sir.
Short life, before you go, let me ask you a question. Who do you want as your Nigerian president in 2023?
Who do I want?
Yes.
We are in the state of confusion now, the way it is now, as I am now, because certainly I don't want the North to become the president of Nigeria again. And as it is, I do not support Tinubu also, even as I'm a Yoruba guy. But at the same time, I'm between Showeri and Peter Obi if they can work together.
So how do you want Peter Obi that you are supporting to become a president with the kind of scandal that you just used?
Yes, because at the same time, I'm not going to be an hypocrisy. If something goes on, they talk and say, they were. Even Peter Obi should be in jail by now.
Okay, all right. That's fine. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for
Short life. Let me quickly also respond to short life. Thank you very much. I like your heart. I like your position to say you don't want to be hypocrisy. Yes, if Peter Obi, as a man for himself, could come up to say, yes, during when I was a governor, according to you, he confessed that he did not declare his his property. If he did not declare his property, his asset, and he came to tell us himself. It's not that EFC went to find out. It's not like they took him to court to say he did not. He said, yes, I committed one sin. I did not declare. But what is any of the property that he did not declare is in contention? Is anybody coming forward in Nigeria or the EFCC or the ICPC or whoever is coming forward to say, okay, those property that you did not declare, this is how you got the money. Is there any of them in contention? Is a question, no. No.
Correct.
So, sir, I understand you just made that statement. And here is Nigeria. If declaring of no access can take you to jail, it means that even Buhari and so many of them would have been in jail by now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I have someone on the phone right now. Mr. Bennett Obede, thanks for calling us. You have only 1 minute because of time. Please talk to us, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Something just brought my attention because I've been watching online things. So I'm calling because of this guy that just finished talking, this Sunlight guy. Look, man, to start with, we're not confused. We know what we want, because you ask a question to that guy, who do you want to vote to? I see right now we are in a state of confused. No, we're not confused. We already know who we are voting for. If you are confused, you better start fixing yourself up and know who you stand for. You You understand? We are very strong behind Peter Obi. You understand? I don't really know what we want in that country. You understand? We always like to favor criminals. You know, Peter Obi that have come out and explain himself and be sincere in everything. You can still come out and say Peter Obi is supposed to be in jail by now. Me, I don't understand. You know, ICPC, you be EFCC. Please, just retract yourself and if you want to make mention of Peter Obi again, just know as you want to talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett.
Mr.
All right,
Mr.
he's
Kola.
entitled to his opinion. Everybody
Yes.
here is entitled to their opinion.
Yes.
Whatever actual life says, that's his opinion, is his
That's
right.
opinion.
You know, he must not support what we all are supporting. You know, I understand what Bennett is also saying because it's painful to know that someone you're supporting, somebody is trying to bring him down. But that's what the channel is all about. This channel welcome everybody. As long as you're not insulting anybody, you say it how it is. I don't have problem with that at all. All right. Let me pick another call right here. Mr. Paul, thanks for calling us. Good evening to you, sir. You have only 1 minute. Please talk to us. Go ahead, sir. You have 1 minute. Talk to us, sir. Go straight to the point.
Okay. I just called with respect for that guy that just spoke from the phone.
Okay.
The guy don't have to sound like that now because this guy also have his own mind. And if you are not confused, if he's confused, let him be confused. After he can be able to put himself together, you cannot just call and start to attack the person that is speaking his mind. If he said Peter Obi have to be in jail by now, let's be realistic. Let's say the truth. It doesn't mean if Peter Obi want to win, he will not win. But let's just say the truth.
Yes,
and
sir.
This is what all of us be keeping and bring us to this level.
Sir,
You
Mr.
understand?
Paul.
But to me,
Mr. Paul.
Yeah.
Mr. Paul, what is currently going on here right now? Mr. Shaw Life have right to his own opinion. Mr. Bennett they also have right to his own opinion. Anybody, that's why it is called debate. Anybody can counter and disagree with anybody. Don't be surprised when you drop right now, someone else will also disagree with you. That's why it's called debate. The only thing we don't accept here for anybody to call in and insult you, that person will be blocked. You understand? So everybody are expressing their plight right now. I think it's our right. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
But for me, if we really want to look Nigeria, but I will always say, but for me, we're always talking about structure. If you want to really see, if the youth really want to sit down and really reflect back, I think Showore should be the for me, that's for my own opinion. Showore should be the best candidate for now, because that guy has suffered for Nigeria. He has started consistently fighting to make sure this work, and everybody will just forget this. You know, let's try and see. But I don't know, but that's my opinion anyway.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see how it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes.
Please.
Nigeria, I have a caller on this end. The person is on already. I just say you should hang on. We have a call, so the person can go ahead. So, sir, tell us where you're calling from. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. You can go ahead.
My name is Osarime. I'm calling from Dublin.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody, the panelists. I greet everybody. God will bless all of you now. As I look for the goodness of our country. It's true that Tinubu will be out. Nigeria, please, don't surprise, because anything is possible in Nigeria. Nobody is bigger than that country, Nigeria. Enough is enough. The darkness Tinubu and Buhari put us, we are going to tell them that a small party can become a billions. So we can make it. So all Nigerians, please, we are not going to vote for party now. We are voting for the person, not the party. PDP and APC, they started small, but today they are big. So Labour Party also started small. It will be big with us. Please, Nigerians, don't be discouraged. God has already said it that our time is now. Enough is enough. The darkness of Nigeria will be over by Obi government. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, I have a caller right here. Please just hold on. Good evening to you, caller. Please, your name and where you're calling us.
I don't know if you call. I don't know if you called me before, but I'm available now. I just want you to know.
Okay, please just hold on. Yeah, good evening to you, sir. Please, where you calling us from and what's your name?
I'm calling from Germany. Thank you. I've been watching. I've been trying to, link up with you guys. It's been difficult for me. So my name is Sinokero Maseli.
Go ahead, sir. Talk to us.
Thank you for what you're doing.
God bless you, sir.
One thing I have to say here that about this article, all that, none of all these super politicians have been condemning Buhari, have been speaking against Buhari for the evil that he has been doing since he took over from bad luck 2015. Why am I saying this? It's only Showore who is speaking, talking about the atrocity that is going on. Presently, Tinubu should not be relevant in Nigeria politics after what he did to Nigeria's toll gate during the SARS protest movement in Nigeria. But we certain Nigeria might believe we shouldn't be talking about politics this time around. We should be talking about the separation of Nigeria. We have the resources, we have the capacity, we have the intelligent people, we have everything in this side, but we do not have unity. We do not have the power. It's the Northerners that are deciding everything for Nigeria. Why is it so? In entertainment, we are number one. In journalism, we are number one. In medicine, in art, everything, we are the number one. But when it comes to politics, we are inferior before any Northerner. El-Rufai is more powerful than even Osinbajo, the vice president of Nigeria. But when Atiku was the vice president of Nigeria, he was constantly fighting with Obasanjo. 2003, he almost dethroned Obasanjo. All the Lucky Benedict, Gypsy Bori, all the Samuel, Kamuna Mani, they were all loyal to Atiku, the vice president, rather than the president of Nigeria. But today, look how Osinbajo, they are giving him 10,000 to be sharing in Market Square, the whole vice president of Nigeria. Where are we getting into with the present situation that is going on in Nigeria? Let me just tell you the truth. Tinubu has been informed by Buhari that he has been disqualified. That is why he went to that presidential palace to be speaking Yoruba and made it failed to read that. He was crying. He has been informed the concession candidate. No other person.
Thank you, sir.
It was Buhari who informed Osinbajo to buy form and contest. Thank you. This is my contribution.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right, let me pick one more call and come back to the panelists right there because I have a lot of people trying to call me here. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Please, you have only 1 minute to talk to us. Only 1 minute. Go ahead, talk to us. Your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Etiosam. I'm calling from Germany.
Mr. Etiosam, please talk to us.
Everyone.
God bless you, my brother. Talk to us.
I greet everyone, the panelists. My submission here, my contribution. I love Peter Obi as a man, as a leader. But there's one thing Nigeria failed to house, and there's one thing Nigeria failed to know. We are living in a country that we have a lot of cabals, a lot of bad and evil leaders. And we need a leader that will step into each of everyone too, not like the one we have in Edo State. And without that, Nigeria will not move forward. That is the reason I'm supporting Oshowore. Can Peter Obi step into those? Can Peter Obi put each of every past government? And without that, Nigeria can never move forward. That is my submission.
Wow. Thank you, my brother. The big question right there from that last caller, because I'm coming back to my panelists right now, is that if Peter Obi won today or he become the Nigerian president, does he have the guts? Does he have the braveness to send anybody, the past government, the past devilish government, to prison? That's a big question, though. It's a big, big question. But before we move on, I would like us to listen to what Dele Momodu say here.
I will give you two responses. Number one is that what we said PDP spoiled in 16 years has taken APC less than 7 years to make worse. There is a saying in Yoruba, if the gods cannot make our lives better, the gods should live our lives the way they met it. So that is one. Number two, my advice to PDP, as a PDP member, is that if we want to win, beware of this propensity for big manism. Come down to the people's levels. Showcase men and women of accomplishments. In my article 2 hours ago, I already assigned portfolios. You see, there's something I find fascinating in England, where they call it shadow cabinet. So you have the ruling government and you have the opposition government. So the opposition, they already have their own Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Transport, Secretary of Health.
Who's checkmating?
To check, exactly. So you can now compare that. Oh, if Dele gets power, for example, I said Wike will be the first person to become a minister under my government if I had been picked. Why, Mr. Project? Nigeria's shortfall in the area of infrastructure is so bad that you need someone of Wike's capacity, confidence, courage. It doesn't have to be president. I mentioned that we need to work on the judiciary in Nigeria, and that I would recommend, subject to ratification by my party, a man like a Chief Michael Zekome, SAN. This is a man who is so cerebral, so intelligent, and so powerful, such an orator. You need colorful. If there is something you must give to former President Buhari, former President Babangida, and Obasanjo, they had men and women of accomplishments in their team.
Yes.
The Okonjo Iweala you mentioned just now.
All right, thank you very much for that. As you can see, Dele Momodu have just sent some message to PDP right now that if they have to win, if they have any chances of winning in Nigeria, they must bring down their egos. You know, as we all saw with the display from Atiku during the primaries, you know, how the dollar were flying up there, okay? And they also give a full credit to Michael Zekome. Michael Zekome, don't forget, guys, you know, Rochas Okorocha, who was recently arrested by EFCC, Michael Zekome have released him from prison. Yes, Michael Zekome is very powerful from Edo State. You know, they have released him from prison. Let's listen to what Rochas Okorocha have to say here. 2 minutes before I move to everyone again.
Passion and love for this country is what is driving me crazy to go through all these rough roads of life. If a prosperous person. To be joined in the studio by the man in the eye of the storm himself, Senator Rochas Okorocha, who is a presidential aspirant of the Governing All Progressives Congress, former governor of Imo State, and a serving senator representing Imo West. So good to have you. Good to have you. Thank you. I miss all the drama. A lot of Nigerians are surprised seeing you. I mean, back alive. Yeah. And so, what's the experience been like? I mean, in the last 24 hours. Well, excellent, good. First, I'd like to thank Nigerians, actually, for the kind of show of love and the support and prayers. I never knew issues like this could trigger such love and empathy on my...
Oga, before you forget, Nigerians did not pray for you. I'm sorry. It was your family members that prayed for you. Nigerians didn't pray for you. Nigerians celebrated that you were arrested. In fact, you're supposed to still be in jail by now. So stop lying. This is the kind of lies that you guys have bestowing on us since the creation of Nigeria, and you are lying again right there. Nobody prayed for you. Go on.
All the drama, a lot of Nigerians are surprised seeing you, I mean, back alive. Yeah. And so what's the experience been like, I mean, in the last 24 hours? Well, excellent, good. First, I'd like to thank Nigerians, actually, for the kind of show of love and the support and prayers. I never knew issues like this could trigger such love and empathy on my side. So I feel a sense of duty and responsibility to say to Nigerians, thank you. But this is behind me. It's simply a small comma in my political life, but it's not a full stop.
Interesting.
And after that comma, I'm sure sentences will follow. So, but so far so good. I don't think there's anything
I can't even imagine it ever happened again. And I'm looking forward, and I'm more concerned about this nation. You know, whatever price that is worth paying for it is worth paying for it. I'm concerned about this nation being great. A prosperous nation, a united, prosperous nation. That's my dream. So that mentality of mine seems to overshadow everything.
Every other thing that's
that
happened to you.
around.
Well,
Yes.
it's interesting indeed. If you look at the political playbook of Nigeria, some people say it's part of the drill. As for you to emerge as a leader, you must be in one way or the other, you know, going through this kind of phase where you'd have to go to prison, or you'd have to be charged to court for just for one thing or the other. We've seen Obafemi Awolowo having that experience, Nnamdi Azikiwe and all of that. Do you think that's what's happening to you, or indeed you have issues to actually settle with the EFCC?
I think more that to say that there are certain things that will happen to you in life, and you better go spiritual, because there's no carnal explanation, no human explanation that can fit into it. But rather say, all things work it for good for them that love God and who are called according to his purpose. So whatever you meet on the line of struggle to a point of leadership to help the people, that's such a price you must pay. And
All right. Thank you very much, my people. That two video right there, remember the first one, Dele Momodu was sending a message to PDP to bring down their egos if they want to win the presidential election in 2023. You know, now Rochas Okorocha, you know, the drama that happens. Remember, the FCC went through this POP, the roof, and all that, you know, to get him arrested. It's finally out. I mentioned Michael Zakome was the one that stood by him. Doesn't mean he actually released him from prison, but they hired him at a later time, you know, and he helped him out. So anyhow it happens, Michael Zakome's name is already there as a footprint. I would like us to contribute on this. Firstly, the statement from Dele Momodu for PDP to bring down their ego if they want to win because of the dollar reign. Now, Rochas Okorocha, due to the dramas that happened not quite long, is out. What's your take on this? I'm going to start from Leftist Etoya, my co-panelist. Leftist Etoya, are you there with us? Please talk to us.
Good. If I must say something about Rochas Okorocha, he's only trying to win Nigeria by saying thank you to Nigeria. He knows himself that Nigerians, he must have gotten feedback that Nigerians never supported Michael Zakome to release him. He should have been in prison because he was one of our problem, and he was one of the people that also brought this bad government to power. So they are all going to suffer it. So that is for Rochas Okorocha. And for what again? For who again did you? Because I'm just like checking a lot of things. For who again did you?
Dele Momodu said a PDP must bring down their egos if they want to win presidential election.
They cannot bring down their ego. Dele Momodu is just now advising. He's not talking like a presidential aspirant anymore. He's talking like us. He's not advising PDP to do what is good. And there's no way PDP can bring down their ego. And there's no way they will not do what they are good at, sharing the money. Looking at who they picked to be flagging their campaign, their party, Atiku. We all know what Atiku did and who he is, and he has been trying continuously. He has been failing, and we hope he's going to fail after sharing fake dollars and good money to delegates. So Dele Momodu, there's no way, because he's in PDP, he's not trying to advise them to bring themselves down. But it means that you are in PDP, you should also bring yourself down to the level of the people. It's not possible. And for his formation, we don't even need the PDP, neither the APC. We need something else, because those two parties has been the same, and they've been the one finishing. They have finished this country. So right now, the consciousness of the people need to be awoken that we don't even need these people anymore, whether PDP or APC. No, we don't need them. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Please, let's make this brief so that we can round up on time today. All right. I'm going to go back to Tiobala. Tiobala, please use your 2 minutes to talk to us about the statement from Dele Momodu and the release of Rochas Okorocha.
Thank you so much. Let me start with Rochas Okorocha. First of all, this is what we are talking about. that even if you see how this thing is playing out now, whether he actually stole the money or not, but the most important thing is that for EFCC to be after you over the years, it shows that there are some things that is not wrong with your candidacy or whatever. Imagine Peter Obi is in this condition. How would you have been able to market Peter Obi? You know, when people are talking about Peter Obi, not that he's a saint, but he's not on this type of people, he's not on this category. He's quite a different person entirely. So, Rochas Okorocha should know that everything that play out in Imo State it is on public record. How he emerged as a senator or whatever, you know, by disrupting every activity at the ANEC office during that period. It was on public record. We never saw that under Peter Obi or whatever, you know. Going back to Dele Momodu. Before now, Dele Momodu have, okay, even for that same video, make some statement about structure, about this, about that. Now you are now advising PDP. You now see if Peter Obi have not moved out of that party, you will still be giving such advice, or you will be maybe consider him for one lesser position. Meanwhile, this guy have in stock what Nigeria need, you know, for today. And talking about people, talking about structure and all that, I just want to let each and every one of us know, because I don't want to waste my time talking about Rochas Okorocha or wherever. Peter Obi have everything what it takes. He have you, he have me, he have the labor, he have the Nigerian workers, he have the university, he have the ASU. They are all under labor. And as I speak with you right now, people all over the world are looking for that account where they can start putting money. I myself, when that account come out, I know how much I'm going to put. So Obi will not spend his 1 naira. Obi will not spend his 1 naira. Like what someone have said before, whether a CM or so, you know, as in look at the.
All right, please round up now, sir.
Okay, in all, we all should learn in lesson for this. Even we that are talking now, we should learn a lesson from this in order for us to have a good life, life tomorrow. Because Obi have shown us so many things to learn from. Because we don't know where we'll find ourselves tomorrow. Please let's support Peter Obi. That's just my own take there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Rita. Please talk to us.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Elvis. I want to greet my other sister. You know, in the struggle in the panel, this is just two women here. Irene's world. You know, there's one thing I want to say.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's one thing I want to say. Like those of us who are supporting Peter Obi, especially people from the southern extraction, there's one thing I've noticed. We make our judgments with so much emotions, just because we love somebody or because we are supporting somebody. When somebody from the other side, when I mean the other side, I mean a person who wants to make you open your eyes to the other side of why Peter Obi might not win. People get upset, don't mention it. That is the error we keep making all the time. We shouldn't do that. That is my advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but we shouldn't do that. If somebody is saying something that is not aligned with Peter Obi, listen to that person. Perhaps you can make the correction by what that person is analyzing, so that we in the South or supporters of Peter Obi will not sound like, or whether will make the Northerners feel like that the smart virgins the Bible talked about that carry the extra oil. Because take it or leave it, there are 3 states in Nigeria: Borno State, Adamawa State, where this vice president was from, and Taraba State. They have relatives, they have people that have dual citizenship from former Northern Cameroon in Nigeria. They have registered these people for over 20 years ago, and that's why the North is always very calm. When we in the South are always rumbling and shouting, support, this is our person, this is our person. They are calm because they've already pre-planned a lot of things, and that's why that fraudulent population census will still be there. Because most of them, like Buhari, he has relatives. He said it in Niger. And those relatives, they are dual citizenship. They have Nigerian passport. Who knows whether that is one of the main reasons why from last year we have had issues with getting the passport. They say there's no passport. Why? Perhaps everything has been shifted to their relatives. That's what we need to understand. So if somebody is explaining that analytically, politically, please listen. Do not be angry. Do not be afraid, because your anger shows that you're scared. Do not be, just listen and say, okay, what can we do to change the status quo. You know, let us act with faith, with calculation, and with determination. But let us not put aside somebody on the right-hand side. I don't want to use leftists because leftists are on the right-hand side. Let us also listen to it. Like there's somebody that said something here. Somebody, a chieftain of Ohanese. First of all, for Dele Momodu, he was very apt, very, very apt in his analysis. Take it or leave it. And if you look at the body language of Morayo, I'm talking about the ladies of the view there. You know, they were very calm because he kind of rang a bell to tell them this is the situation of things right now. And I'm sure Mr. Peter Obi knows very, very well. He knows very, and you know, there's something he said about the Igbos not supporting each other, and everybody has a right, you know, to support each other, to support whoever they want to. For example, look at the presidential primaries. It has been stated that the Delta delegates did not even vote for Wike. So what are we talking about? He was very right. And sorry, I just want to be quick. There's somebody said something about Showery, and this is something I've always been talking about. I always talk about roadmap. Show me the roadmap. Showery is a very stubborn man. I respect him a lot. I acknowledge the sacrifices he has made, you know, but his stubbornness is actually leading him, you know, to the opposite side of what he wants to attain. And what is giving rise to this Peter Obi fever right now? Peter Obi's fever is all over right now, you know, because Peter Obi has consistently showed us the roadmap of how Nigeria can change. Showery has not been. Showery is expressing maybe his anger and frustration of how he has been treated. He's intermingling it, intertwining it with a lot of other issues. So many Nigerians youth are not really getting it. But Peter Obi has stood and given Nigeria the roadmap in simple language of how Nigeria can thrive. So people who are supporting Showery now, maybe they feel like, okay, why this guy sacrificed? Let us not vote on sentiment. He has sacrificed, but has he been telling us the roadmap? I asked him a question. I think he frowned when I said, sir, must it be presidency? Why can't you go into the National Assembly to change Nigeria? If you really want to change Nigeria, it starts with the National Assembly. It starts there. Not even the president, but obviously he was saying, why not president? He has a right, but that's okay. But see where we are today. Peter Obi is the new fever right now, at least for most part of the southern Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Narrator, you break the record. You stay for so many minutes, but you
I apologize.
To be sincere, with due respect, Mama, Showery has spoke a lot about his roadmap since 2018. He has spoke a lot about it.
He did not start, with all due respect, because when Chiro came to this show, we asked him a lot of questions, and what he was telling us about, oh, I cannot give you guys because I don't want anybody to copy and paste what I have for Nigeria. You don't gain the hearts of people by putting a brick wall. You have to talk. That's what Peter Obi is doing. Thank you.
That's what he said when he came to this show, when he was interviewed by myself. All right, Show Life, please talk to us.
Actually, my people, I know some people got angry when I said what I said earlier. You don't need to be angry. You don't need to. You don't need to be agree with me with my opinion. You understand? But this is how I see things from my own perspective. And I said it earlier that I'm not discrediting Peter Obi, but what I saw and what I knew is what I said. And which I knew 100%. I watched him, said it, and he claimed he did it. So that is it. For me now, the way it is now, let us just advocate for Showery and Peter Obi to see if they can work together and make something out for good, for Nigerians. So that is just it for me.
Thank you very much. That's my dream. Yeah, I would be very happy to see Peter Obi and Showery, they'll come out together to work together or merge together tomorrow. To be honest, I'll be very, very happy. Trust me. But who knows what's going to happen prospectively. Let's move on. Let me talk to, I would like Mr. Agbe. Mr. Agbe, please talk to us. 2 minutes.
Thank you. You see, first and foremost, let me start by saying that when God counts iniquity of men here on earth, no one will stand. So every Nigeria aspirant that you are seeing, both Showore, Wike, all of them that is, trying to, be in the position one way or the other. They have the scenes around them. So I'm not so interested about that. But what I'm interested of is, somebody who are really having in heart, to liberate us from this, mix that APC government and the PDP government has put us for these decades of years. Like what Dele Momodu was saying, Dele Momodu is one way or the other. Dele Momodu is saying from his own view, and that is the truth. You understand me now? Some of the South, they don't really, believe on the dream of, Peter Obi. And while some of them are believing in the dream of, a PDP choosing somebody to be vice president, and the APC choosing somebody to be, from the southeast, choosing to be vice president, and the APC choosing from the southeast to become the president candidate. So everybody have his own right of who and who, and whatsoever that they will follow. But one thing I'm sure of the southeast, they believe that anywhere the presidency is coming from, whether it's coming from the vice president, some of them accept it. Whether it's coming from the first, some of them say accept it. If Peter Obi can emerge, some of them accept it. If Peter Obi cannot, the other part of the other parties can be chosen as a vice, some of them say accept it. But what matters is that they achieve that goal of either vice president or a president. The area of structure that we are talking about, you see, these are the real problems that we are having in political parties of Nigeria. For example, a person like Ganduje now, who has in Kano to something local government in Kano, in APC, they are having that state as a structure, very big one. You understand me now? For example, you cannot expect a city governor not to have the major people in the state, attracted to APC. So that is why you see Tinubu have went around giving money to all these people. The money that Tinubu give to Malam El-Rufai, he said it's for the Kaduna train victim. Today, nobody know how that money go. Automatically, he's giving that money to El-Rufai, to campaign for him, to do one or two things for him. So these are the structure that our sister we're talking about in the House of Representatives, in the House of Senate, and in the 36 state geopolitical zone. These are the structure they are talking about. It's concerning human beings, and which I believe that the what is so-called the labor can still easily do, by doing some kind of mosquito campaigning, changing people's mind, try to educate people, try to tell people what we need to do in this coming 2023. So by that we can be able to build, structures.
Thank you very
so
much.
That is my own contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Agbe. I can see that we are rounding up now. Everybody are using their last 2 minutes. We need to round up right now. All right, let's move on now to Mr. Okundaye. Mr. Okundaye, please use your 2 minutes right now.
Thank you. The structure. What I have to say is that when the structure or that the Igbo will vote. Igbo will vote already. Peter Obi don't need to spend money. All the 36 states has labor. As far as they are workers, they are labor. So it is them to do the campaign, to do the structure for people to vote for their party so that they can go back to work and earn money. They are the structure. So all the workers, the teachers, everybody are labor. So if they want to be making good money, good living for their children, they will take it to all the 36 states and campaign. So that is why I'm even saying that they should zone APC to the north also, so that the APC will be fighting themselves there. Then we, the Southern, has opportunity to canvass for Peter Obi, because our people are suffering. They know that those are suffering want to liberate themselves. So all of us will be voting Peter Obi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, the noise have to go. Thank you very much for that wonderful contribution. All right, let's move on now to the Irene's ward. the Irons will please talk to us, your 2 minutes. What is your take? Do you think that Nigerians will stand up for Peter Obi?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Evis. Yeah, I believe politics is taking another dimension this time. Just like I said before, I believe they will stand up for him. And I also want to add in something. Sister Rita have pointed out some of the things I bullet point here, but I want to add something to it. Yes, in the area of playing politics with sentiment, yes, I agree with that. And we have to see how we can manage that aspect. You know, I love when you support somebody passionately. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's also good to sit down and take an inner look. Especially, I am talking about this in the area of Sowore, because now it's like a kind of whistle between Sowore and Obi. You mentioned Obi Sowore supporters are angry. You mentioned Sowore Obi supporters are angry. What I want to add to that, we need a president that is patriotic, that have a good roadmap, and experience also matters a lot. You know, and I want to also let people know that I am not criticizing Sowore. Of course, I'm with him if he have the opportunity. It can be tested. He can go there and try. But I also want to let people know that we can't just give presidency to somebody out of pity. It doesn't work that way. I understand he has fought a lot for Nigeria. He has done a lot of protests. He has go through whatever he has go through. Yes, fine. We understood all those things. But right now, we need somebody that can show us what you really have. And if, for example, Sowore is actually ready to do that, people are clamoring right now that if he can work with Peter Obi, it would be nice. And another person said the other time that he knows him so well that he's not going to do that because he believes so much on only himself. He believes that he's the one that can do it. He don't believe in another person's ideology. I mean, if you really want to work for Nigeria, just as Tarita said, you must not be a president. You should be open to negotiate, to dialogue with people. It must not be only your own. We learn every day. So I will want to advise in that area the followers and Obi followers and even Sowore himself to look into that. And in the area of what my brother just said about Kano, talking about Kanduje, let me tell you, for me right now, the kind of politics that is going on in Kano, I am happy about it. Why? Because there is something we are missing lately, anytime we are discussing politics, is the NNPP, the Kwakwasho party. Kwakwasho is a heavyweight in Kano. Obviously, there is the PDP and APC is fighting right now because even if Kwakwasho cannot win so many other states in Nigeria, Kano is secure. It's going to be a battle for them. They are going to share the votes there. So,
Okay.
in that area,
yes.
Thank you. Let her round up, please. Let her round up. Round it.
Are you with me or somebody is on the phone?
No, we are with you, Mother Irene. Go ahead.
Okay. So I so much believe on that we can't write off Kano to be for Kanduje or whatever. So there's going to be a battle there. So I just want to urge everybody, go out there, get your PVC. I know that the youth are trying because I've seen a lot of them using their PVC right now to do their DP, their Facebook cover or page, because people are saying that Peter Obi is solely online candidates. So I'm saying that they are trying to prove to people that they are ready for change, they are willing for the change, and they can change the status quo. Thank you so much.
God bless
Yes,
you, Mother.
I was trying to stop you because I just wanted you to round up. I had a caller on. I just hung the person on to wait for you to finish, and the person has been on. Hello, caller. Please tell us where you're calling from, because we're almost rounding up now.
All right, okay. All right, good evening. My name is Eric Chinedin Jokoma. I'm calling from Imo State.
Imo State. Okay, good.
And I want to speak on some people that normally say why if the Igbo people will vote for Peter Obi. Although unless they made it clear earlier this year that an Igbo candidate won't be a participant to a vice presidential candidate, and they stick to that. That was why when Peter Obi found out the presidential ticket won't be given to him, that was why he left. Because Peter Obi is not just on his own. Igbos are even supporting him. For them to tell him to move to the Labour Party, Igbos got his back. So there was one man who came out to on the right TV to talk about Igbo holding the vice president to be. They should look for someone to become a vice president against Atiku. That one is a foul. Igbos are just thinking of holding on P2B. So any person who come, that one is just on delegate. Delegates will just come and talk what they want. But the people are the one doing the voting, not the delegates. Delegates will just come on national TV.
That guy is from your own state, from Imo State. That guy that you're talking about now.
Just pick it up on my thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. I have a caller here before I move on to, or before my own caller. Caller, please hold on. I have two Niger. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Please, I would like to hear from you. Where are you joining us from, and what's your name?
I'm joining you from the UK, and yeah, you can call me the Edo man. And I appreciate the time here. Greetings to members of the panel. Let me see. I think I'm echoing. Has the echo gone?
Yeah, you are
okay.
Good. Fine.
Yeah. So about this matter, I think we are in, our country. We have a lot to deal with, and so far, I've not really seen anyone that has said some of the pertinent things that we need to be talking about. The reason why I say these things is because our country has never actually been founded as a nation. Our governments are running our country like caretaker governments are waiting to be recolonized. And nobody is telling our people the truth. This is why we keep having endemic problems in most black countries, including our country. Our military footing is not the kind of military footing you see in any country. All these leaders, they tell you that they have agenda that they're going to fix problems. They are not fixing anything. They leave our country vulnerable. We can't even get electricity. All of them, they will keep failing you because they are lying to you. The only person that comes close to telling people the truth is Peter Obi, because he revealed how backward our country is. Our entire national budget is 26 billion US dollars. Do you know how much California spends on healthcare a year? 200 and something billion dollars. That is just one state. We are living in a sub-economy. We are living in a sub-nation that has not made any significant progress in being truly sovereign. And these leaders that you see that parrot themselves as leaders, they engineer division because that is how they want to keep us weak. Exactly. And we need to stop seeing our people as different, because the challenges we face is facing the South just as much as it's facing the North.
Yeah.
We keep referring to them as them. No, they are black people like you. Go and talk to them, relate to them. And I don't know why our politicians, all these politicians, even including Peter Obi, he really doesn't go and really talk to the northern people. Look them in the eye and tell them you know their problems. How many of our leaders do that? All they go is one palace to another, one godfather to another. That's all they do. We keep the nation weak by behaving like this, because this is how our detractors and our rivals win. Until we start having this bigger conversation, we will never see the bigger threat facing our country. All these things we keep doing, we are just circling the wagon. It's not going to work. If a Pakistani president can be removed from office, they didn't even hide it. They removed him from office. It's a nuclear state. What chance has Nigeria got if we don't get our act together? This is a country, they are passing a law right now as we speak to punish us for not agreeing to side with America versus Ukraine. They are passing a law. We sit here accusing North of this. It's not going to go anywhere. We are just wasting our time.
Thank you.
Until we understand this, we are not going to deal with the true problem. We have to start demanding security and 100% transparency. Government accounts, there's no reason why they should be secret. We should be seeing the transaction in government accounts in real time. The technology is there. Why is a government account? Why does it have to be secret? The Nigerians should be seeing it so that you would discourage people from being corrupt. They will not get into office. You have to take power from them. The people have to take power from the seat of power. Then you will not encourage corrupt politicians to get there anymore. That's how you start taking power from them, because when there is no incentive to steal your money, then they will not go there anymore. They'll go and find a proper job to go and do.
Wow. Thank you so much, my brother, to Niger. To be honest, I would like us to have you more and more on this channel, because this channel, Niger Watch, is where we all are learning from each other, especially on this situation that we find ourselves. No, thank you for that wonderful deliveries. I will move on now to Ola. Ola just joined us right now. Ola, please tell us where you're joining us from, and go ahead with your 2 minutes. Ola, can you hear me? Hello, Ola.
Hello?
Okay, Ola, we can hear you. Please, where are you joining us from?
Yeah, from the US.
Okay, please talk to us. 2 minutes, please.
Thank you, guys. My honorable panelists. About this issue, I listened to Tinubu yesterday. He was saying he's the one that, helped Buhari and some other candidates. But the question that always comes to my mind is that these people, they understand the game. It's about telling yourself the truth. There's this old saying that I always said, in their every force or in every statement, there might be element of truth, because they have been saying that these people don't want to yield power to the South, and they has been giving us like a little, playing card to show us, but we can't see it clearly right now because of we all believe that because we are too brilliant, we sabi book too much. We see like, okay, all our
forward now. Who do you think Nigerians should focus on now?
Yes, yeah, that is why that is where I'm going, because in every situation you have to look at the root cause and the solution, but we don't waste much time on the root cause, what causes whatever how it happen, but we still have to look at it so we can apply a method to that solution big time. Because all of us, we always say that, okay, we know how to do this, we know how to do that, but here's the question, and here's the solution. Either they give us APC give us Oshibanjo, we're going to have Oshibanjo, we're going to have Peter Obi. That is a division already, and we don't have the numbers, and that is automatic a golden ticket for Atiku, because at the end, either they give us they give them like APC give them vice, if they zone vice to the north, at the end they will play the same card that they play to play with Wike. The vice will support Atiku. These people, they don't want to yield power, and they have all to lose, because all these resources, we have it. We might be the minority. We're supposed to be the one to dictate, because this is our resources. We're supposed to like, come on, guys. This is
So,
what
my brother, because of time, now in 15 seconds, who do you want Nigerians to vote for?
That is hard to answer for that. All I can say for that 15 seconds is we, all the South, needs to vote for one person.
Who?
I can't. Tinubu. Whoever that the South, just to talk, we need to be truthful to ourselves. I can't say maybe it's Tinubu or we have a Godin, we have Peter Obi, which is excellent. And now they are APC is going to bring another person to distract, to divide the vote. And that is, we are gone. Atiku will win automatic. That is why we all have to do, we need to call ourselves now, like, this thing must not happen. We need to protect ourselves. That's just all I can say. Right now, I don't know how to say it, to tell the Nigeria that they should vote for Mr. Obi or they should vote for Tinubu. We just need this power to come to the South. Then we move on. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you to Nigeria. I appreciate you for your time with us. We have our brother on the phone, Israel Semota. Please talk to us. Thank you very much for your wonderful patience right there. Please talk to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nigerians, for giving us this platform. And I want to address all Nigerians. I have never seen Nigerians so united in North, South, East, and West. People might say the North are not part of it. That is not true. But I must thank you guys very, very much. All Nigerians from all walks of life, from all different countries around the globe, queuing together to have a formidable force. We have never been so united. Please, I just want to make this plea to my Igbo brothers. If you want us to live in peace, please, this unknown government killing your own fellow brothers, please let them stop and let us focus on getting back to this power for the betterment of all Nigerians. And those from the north, please, we are not fighting you. We are not your enemies. These people made us look as if we are your enemies, or we or you are our enemies. We are not. We are all Nigerians. We want everybody to work together. We want everybody to get the dividends of democracy we all are crying for. And this is why I urge all Nigeria Watch family from wherever you may come from. You on this place, you have the polls right on your hands. These people are not afraid of you because of the techniques and the instruments you have at hand. Let us use this to find a better society for ourselves and a better generation.
Thank you.
Once again, I must commend everybody. Thank you very much. And may God bless you all.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you very much. Before I come back to the panel again, let me talk to this person on the phone. Hello, good evening to you. Please, your name and where you're calling us from. You have just 1 minute. You have some noise on your background, sir. Please turn down every device on your background. We can't hear you. We are hearing.
My name is Jonathan. I'm calling from Italy.
Okay, Mr. Jonathan, talk to her 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I want to contribute is not much. I just want to say my mind because I've been listening to the program for some days now.
Okay,
I know how everybody contributed, and I'm really happy the way we are uniting as the youth of Nigeria.
Okay.
Because for so long time, these leaders have taken us for granted. Then why I really call today is based on the comment people are making. They are saying about delegate this, delegate that. We are the youth. I believe the youth own the country. Why are we afraid of all these delegates? All these delegates, they are not as many as the youth of Nigeria. Why are we always afraid every time that these politicians will surely beat us down? Every time. How long are we going to continue like this? Nigeria is going down every day. I live in Europe, Italy here, precisely. I know what is going on. I know how Nigerians are rejected everywhere in the world because of our bad leaders. If we want to claim our country back from those people, we don't need to be afraid of them. We can do it. We can win them. That if we are ready, what I'm saying is that if we are ready, we can take the country back from them. And for my own support, I go with Peter Obi because I see so many sense about what he's saying.
Thank you.
Nigeria is really going down. We need production.
Thank you, sir.
We need to change from the formula of sharing to formula of production. Thank you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for your wonderful contribution. All right, Mr. F.A., please, you have 1 minute. Talk to us.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. F.A. Yeah, 1 minute you have there.
Just 1 minute. The only thing, the only thing we talk about is Peter Obi. Now, no matter anybody says, the rest candidates, they are not, because what they want to give us, you see it is the same people. Let's try other people.
All right.
Let's try another person, please. Let's just climb up for the change. It's not the change of the last change we had that brought us to this point we are now. Let's just climb up for another Nigeria. Forget it's an Igbo man. An Igbo man has a space in Nigeria too. So let's climb up for Peter Obi. Forget, because that man has done something we all have seen. To be selfish is good sometimes. So I plead everybody to climb because Showore, for now, it does not have that it's not a political giant to that extent now. So let's climb up for Peter Obi, Nigeria youth Peter Obi. It is now. It is now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. Hello. Yeah, good evening to you. Your name? Okay, Mr. Chris, please talk to us 1 minute.
Oh, thank you very much for picking my call. I just want to say, no matter what, we cannot get a perfect human being, no matter who the person is. And moreover, to score excellent in an exam, you don't need to get 100%. 70 is just enough. On that basis, I want to say Peter Obi might not fit all the bills that are required, but he fits most of the requirements to be the president of Nigeria. So I want to add my voice to people that have been speaking that we have to support Peter Obi in any way we can. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's brief and wonderful. All right, let me go back to the panelists right now. We have new persons right here. Before I go to the Mr. CM, I'll go to Oshodi Shegun. Mr. Oshodi Shegun, please tell us where you join us from. Good evening to you. Unmute yourself, please. Oshodi Shegun is not available right now. Midwest people, please talk to us. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, my brother, and good evening, my fellow panelists. I greet all viewers and listeners.
Thank you.
You want me to say something?
Yes, go ahead. What's your take on Peter Obi?
My take on the whole situation is if, for example, Peter Obi is having chance at all, it would have been better. But I'm fully convinced that the power is not coming to South. We are dealing with people that are very intelligent, who have less structure, who have plan A, plan B, plan C to achieve their goal. They are determined with all their tools and resources to make sure power never comes to South. And that is what they are doing. We should be very mindful of it. And they mean it. And they are serious about it. If you look at what they are trying to do, that's why they wait strategically to make sure PDP succeed in their nomination. They saw Wike pulling weight. For example, Wike emerge, they will go for maybe the same man from South, which is our former president. And that is why now, when the president realized that the Northerners have gotten it, there's no need for the former president anymore. The strategy of that has been cancelled. So they are now working on two people. And those two people is also a strategy to divide the South against the North so that they can also come to have the majority. The reason why Nigeria is not moving forward is that the government is bad and there is no chance for people to speak truth to that government. So the people ruling us are determined because it's benefiting their agendas. It is the certain people that are clamoring for a better life, civilized life. But for them, their agenda and what they want and what they believe is going well for them. So I don't want to mention it here. And it's a very big problem. It's very unfortunate that the political elite of the South, as one guy called them, pit or toilet elite, they have sold the entire South. I'm telling you, it's a total mess for Peter Obi, for a certain person to win. The chance is no longer there. Just watch it carefully. As the campaign start going, you will see the reality on ground. They have put their resources in place. They have put the political structure in place. They own the INEC. They own everything. They own the security forces that day. Their people are already in Niger, Mali, everywhere. They are already fingerprinting because they are Nigerians. It is only me and you that doesn't have chance to vote outside the country if we are not there. So it's a serious issue. We should look beyond having a good candidate. But what we want now is to see the chances for that good candidate to have the power is very narrow. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, Midwest people. I appreciate you. All right, let me go to CM. Mr. CM, please, is your time right now to talk to us. What's your take on the Peter Obi? Because Dele Momodo said earlier on that his people, she did not, the Easterners might not vote for Peter Obi. You know, he also mentioned that Peter Obi is one of the best two, which he counted himself amongst as well. So at the moment right now, what is the way forward for Peter Obi or the way forward for 2023?
Okay, thank you very much. I've listened attentively to most speakers, even those that phoned in. The simple answer, so that I'll be giving it in bullet point, the simple answer to what Dele Momodu is saying is that he doesn't understand the Igbo and the condition we are now. I'm from Anambra State, and I can tell you because I have an ear to the ground. Peter Obi, without mincing words, is the candidate of the Igbo race, both home and abroad. QED. He is the candidate. PDP, APC exist in the mind of other Nigerians. If Peter Obi should leave Labour Party, which is impossible now, and go to any other party, the whole Igbo will follow him. The man, I said it here in the last time I appeared here. I want people to take me on this. Since the Igbo civilization began in Nigeria in 1914, let me define it that way, 4 people have only mattered to Ndi Igbo. Number 1, Dr. M.I. Okpara, the former premier of Eastern Region. Why? Because of all that he did. When he died, it was friends that contributed money and built a house for him so that they can bury him, a former premier that developed Enugu independence layout, everything. After that, Ojukwu Dikemba, because Ndi Igbo were at the verge of extinction. Ojukwu stepped in with all his father's wealth. After that, Sam Mbakwe, 1979 to 1983, the whipping governor. Why? Because he was administrator under Biafra. He was somebody under M.I. Okpara. He replicated it within 4 years. Since then, no other person except Peter Obi. Peter Obi performed wonders in Anambra State. Even somebody from Abia is proud. Imo is proud of Peter Obi, Ebonyi, everywhere, even some other people. So that is the reason why when somebody is saying anything, Peter Obi is the candidate. We are saying, the Ndi Igbo are saying that this election of 2023 is a referendum on our population in Nigeria. That is adult voting. Somebody said that according to Haneze Ndi Igbo, the former president, John Onyanwodo, Igbos are 11 million in the north. How did he know? From town union and everything, he asked them to register and bring to Haneze. 11 million. Lagos has up to 4 million. Or let me put it mildly. After Yoruba population in Lagos, the next one is Ndi Igbo. Same with Abuja. So they are now asking them. I know we had lukewarm attitude to election. They are now asking Ndi Igbo, if only Ndi Igbo, the whole of Nigeria should come out and vote. Peter Obi is sure of 20 million votes on the spot. Before you add people like you, the Niger Watch, and all of us here from Edo Delta, South, and then the interest you people have. So that settles that. But what we are praying is let Ndi Igbo come out and vote. And I can also tell you that over now in the East, irrespective of all this thing happening, killing, people are queuing up to get their PVC. That is what it means to Ndi Igbo, because we've been pushed to the wall. And not only that, we've now seen that the entire other people, other ethnic group welcomes our choice of P2B. So who are we to stay behind? That is the thing. Now, the next thing I have to say is this. I remember what because when you count your prawns, you have to count your corns. I remember what Payo Adebanjo said, and people are not taking note of it. He said Professor Ango Abdullahi of Arewa Consultative Forum or something, or another elders forum, said during Jonathan's time that if they now get this power, they will keep it for keeps. If you're watching channel Arise TV, I think we all know he said it, and they've been listening to that. So by hook or by crook, they want to keep it. But our own is now, will we allow them to keep it? No. The first mistake in this thing is this, or the first, we say it, our Yoruba brothers, I do not know why they presented their candidate. When I say this, I'm saying it with every sense of responsibility. When you say power should come down south, the Igbo man voted for Obasanjo in 1999. AD, according to Aya Adebanjo, did not qualify to be registered. But Abdul Salam Abubakar said he cannot withstand the Yoruba aggression. Look at Nadeko and the Abiola June 12. Let them register it, whether he meet the requirement or not, they registered. Then APP, All People's Party, then Ogbonnayono was there. When they did their convention, AD did their own convention in Ibadan. Instead of Bola Ige, they brought out Olufalaye. Then to form an alliance, because they are small, they form an alliance with APP. They did a convention in Kaduna. Ogbonnayono won because APP was controlling 9 states. PDP was controlling either 21, making 30. Then AD was controlling 6 in the whole of the West. So they now said you are having 6 states. Who is the junior partner and senior? Igbos called Ogbonnayon to say, look, since this is going there, step down for him. That is where you see people having somebody having 9 states, stepping down for somebody having 6 states. We did this, so head or tail, Yorubas will win. In the hope that this is for them now to support us. I'm not saying this. Then when it came to South, Ijoman, Jonathan, we all know, Asari Dokubo said it one time, but I didn't cross-check it. He said the whole vote Jonathan scored in the South is not up to what he scored in the whole of Southeast. When you ask Igbo man, he said, Jonathan is my brother. We did all this. So we felt that when they come down south, this is the time for us to teach them a lesson, the North, and then support Igbo person. Now, if they succeed, I'm just trying to be a permutation. If they succeed in bringing a Yoruba, somebody from the Southwest for APP, it will now mean that Nigerians will still vote according to tribal. I don't know how, but it will be a little bit dicey. But we are hoping that if he takes it to the North, Peter Obi will now use the system of Middle Belt. Idris Pogu from Middle Belt has already considered that all they want is Southeast. From the South, Peter Obi will win, I believe so. From the Southwest, if they are now left with no other option, they have to vote us. So let us break this monopoly of Northern people once and for all, because this is strategic. So that is why I'm saying, okay, sorry. That is why I'm saying, so just let me put this. That is why I'm saying that we should not live, we know politics is not mathematics. But having said all this, we must continue because we have a good product in P2B. Showore is good. But the thing is, you have to count the experience, and then Showore has not passed a budget. He has not masterminded a budget for something like for a year in administration. We all know that. He's coming from an activist point of view, because he's angry like a youth on the street, like all of us here. So him coming, if we can sort of channel that his energy towards P2B and say, okay, let AP, according to what Pat Otomi said, because that is the big tent. He said they are using labor, but other parties can come in. So if AAC of Showore can come into labor, that is also part of it. So let me stop here for others to put in their own. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. CM. All right. For some of you, I will want you to know that we put on a poll before we came into this broadcast. We ask a question. That question goes like, Nigerians, what do you want in 2023? Choose yes for Peter Obi or no for APC and PDP. All right. This poll, we don't have right to it. We can't manipulate it. It's a poll from YouTube. Once you set it, you can't edit it. You can't do anything at all. So the result of the poll, the vote, right now, I would like to put that on the screen. This is our own vote in the diaspora right now. For now, okay, we are going to continue to be doing this till the day of election. If Nigerians are clamoring like this, we have to make sure, especially if you're a diasporan, you live abroad, we have to try our best to talk to our brothers and sisters, our family back home, indoctrinate them for who you want them to vote for. If you need that change that we all have been clamoring for a while now. This is the poll. This is the result so far. As you can see, we have 653 votes in less than 4 hours. 653 votes. We have 83% for Peter Obi, and we have 17% for PDP and APC. You see, with this poll right now that I set up before I came on air, it shows that both Nigerians in abroad and back home are tired of PDP and APC. We don't need to emphasize on this. Like I said before, this is not a Nigerian channel, let me say a platform. I mean YouTube. I'm not talking about Nigeria Watch. I'm talking about YouTube. It's not a Nigeria platform, or rather a place where you can manipulate like we have always been doing, or like we all are already used to in back home. That everything we do there is always manipulation, with tricks and all that. This is YouTube. They said that I set it up and they took it from there. This is the result they gave to me right now. Just check the gap. Check the gap. It shows that many of us that live abroad right now, even the abroad that we are living, we are tired. We want to move back home. But where's the home? Do we really have home? Do we really have that conducive home that we can call our home? At the moment, we don't. Listen, guys, if you trick yourself, you play around like a footballer, no problem. Any decision you make today, you and I will dwell in it. If you decided to trickishly, systematically support, for example, APC and PDP, don't worry. You and I will be in this all these calamities that these people have created for the next 8 years. But the difference will be clear. Do you know how the difference will be clear for the next 8 years? Those that are financially buoyant, those that have influence, those that have power, that directly, physical, secretly, power might be more beneficial during the next 8 years. While some of us are commoners. You might just visit home from the airport, you have been intimidated already. There's no two ways about it. Do you know what I'm saying right now? Listen, despite that the situation in Nigeria right now is affecting all of us, but we have the opportunity right now to change it. If you see this vote on every of our debates, I just hope I remember I'll be putting this poll on. All right? We can't change this. This is YouTube, like I said before, because some people, we still have some ignorance that might come up. Oh, Nigeria was then go put 83% for that. Because some people, even though they live abroad, they are still ignorant, no matter how you try to educate them. 83 to 17%, the margin is just too much. But people, that is it. Thank you very much, everyone. We need to round up right now. Everyone have contributed. I appreciate every one of you this evening. I'll give the platform for our brother to say something. Left is Etoya, then we round up. Left is Etoya, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. All I want to say is that we've seen your poll you pulled on YouTube. Yes, it is good. So also, if you put that poll on any other network like Facebook and all, that's what you're going to get. I'll show you that. But the truth is, on ground, just like you said, back home, people, that poll will come up, but they will not analyze, they will manipulate it. What am I saying? We should also be carrying the INEC as a body along on whatever we are saying, because there seems to be one of the problem of Nigeria. Whatever we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be including INEC. They should save Nigeria, allow it to be the way the people want. Imagine you have such poll in the INEC data. Overnight, they change it and give it to who suit them according to the script. They have already script to not be a danger. They say, go to the court, we're already waiting for you. Yes, go to the court, we're already waiting for you. Manipulating the judges and waiting for you, wasting your time and wasting your money, postponing it, making sure that you get tired, and at the end, maybe they will come and say, this money will just keep quiet. We'll give you back all the money you spent. There's nothing else you can do. So I want to use the opportunity to also talk to Nigerians to protect INEC. We should be focusing on INEC as an institution. These are where the people that have the power to pronounce results and that the one killing Nigerians. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So please, just 30 seconds, please, 30 seconds, just 30 seconds. It's just a vote of thanks. My heart is full of gold. First of all, the way you moderated today and the discipline, the cooperation everybody showed. In fact, we are making progress. P2B is already there by the grace of God. The way we behaved and the way everything went today, I'm so happy. And I feel next time it will be better than this. Thank you for moderating very well. And thank everybody that participated. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello,
Elvis,
sir.
may I
Can I say
speak?
something?
Elvis, may I say something, if that's okay?
All right, everybody have 1 minute now. Now, not the tire. Okay, madam, go
Okay,
ahead.
this is less than 1 minute. If Peter the Rock Obi can clinch Kanu, Port Harcourt, and Lagos, as well as the entire South, he would win. Even if he doesn't get Kanu, but if he can clinch Lagos and Port Harcourt and the entire South, including the Middle Belt, the Northern vote, no matter if they bring their brothers from Cameroon or Mali or Niger, Peter Obi the Rock can win. If not, he go rugged. He go rugged.
Margarita,
Okay.
What is he gonna
Can I
get?
can I
best of my
can I just
knowledge,
make my own final conclusion?
Lagos is already for Peter Obi. To the best of my knowledge, Lagos is already for Peter Obi. Nobody clamor for Tinubu in Lagos at all.
Good.
All you hear, every corner, bus drivers, everybody talking about Peter Obi in Lagos right now.
Thank you.
So for that, although if there comes out to vote, go ahead, sir.
Yes.
Somebody wanted to say something. What's your name?
Yeah, it's me, Etiobala.
Tiobala, please. You have 30 seconds. 30 seconds, please. Keep
Okay,
to
it's
it.
not
30
it's
seconds.
not it's not it's just a post by somebody from the north. His name is Basha Muhammad, and I read what he said there. He says some online northern influencer might be mean to Obi supporter online, but offline. We all know who truly deserve that seat. Northerners are not coward. We feel the pain too. Don't be deceived. We will never settle for another Buhari, the type of leadership. So what am I trying to say next? The Northerners are also aware. They feel the pain we are feeling right here. So we should not just underrate them that they don't know what they want or they don't know what they mean. Some of them are highly educated and they are feeling the pain as well. So
Thank
that's
you.
just my own point.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is why I say
Thank you
we
very
need to
much.
talk to them. We need to see them as human beings that are suffering our fate. Not only see, we are black people, we are suffering it everywhere. We should know this by now. And if we still keep saying, like the other lady is saying, oh, they'll bring their brother, that's not going to help us in any way. We need to see our people. They are just as brainwashed as we are calling them names. There are some of them are calling us names. It's not going to help us get anywhere. We need to start talking honestly to each other
Well,
about our problems.
yeah,
That's
but
how we
one thing
fix this country.
okay. If I want to apply something here, the people we really need to talk to are the Yorubas youth, just to support the Igbos. Because if they want to be sincere, they want to put SAT together, they should vote for an Igbo candidate. All these guys from the Southwest coming out is a distraction, and they are going to weaken the South again. This is what we have been suffering as a Southerner. So if we don't do that, the real people we need to talk to are the Yorubas. That's my own conviction. Before the Northern people. That look, let's support Igbo. They have supported you people for presidency. They have supported the South. Let's give them this thing. And they're supposed to even go to a meeting and make an arrangement how that Igbo man will rule. And that person will understand what they agree upon. Thank you.
Thank you, Midwest. We have a caller. We have a caller right here. Please, everyone hold on. Mr. Akim, please talk to us. You have only 1 minute.
Yes, thank you very much, my brother. I just want to quickly say something. I want to support Madam Rita's position on the submission she made earlier. One thing about life is this. When people want to believe in this what you call confirmation bias, when somebody does not kind of align with that what you believe, you don't want to believe that person's position is true. When they talk about the issues of structure, the guys who are supporting Peter Obi should not just shrug it aside. The only way you will win is by acknowledging that you have an issue, and then you start to fight to address that issue. But what I keep hearing now is just a kind of a dismissive approach. Or what do you mean by structure? It's just people. No, guys. Reality exists in life. There's what you call structure in political words. These structures sometimes involve you having governors of grant, sometimes involve you having councillors and chairman and all those political gladiators on the ground. So the idea that you just think that people will just get up and just go and vote, no, that is what you call vote canvas. People go and canvass for votes. So those guys who are supporting Peter Obi should not just say because anybody come out and make any comment that they don't abide by, all of a sudden they think the person is against Peter Obi. No, listen, I'm not supporting Peter Obi, but I'm not against him either. So it doesn't mean that we cannot say what is right. Thank you very much.
Thank Thank you, my brother, Mr. Hakim. For those of you on the comment section trying to deviate right now, or rather turn this to tribalism or tribal war, please be careful, please. Please, we don't do that here. You cannot castigate the Yorubas or the Igbos. Please calm down, calm down. And I mentioned, I can see one or two persons said no, Lagos are not for Peter Obi. I don't know, who else they are for. For me, the people that I've interviewed so far in Lagos, only two names they are mentioning. If not Peter Obi, is Sowore, because they are tired. I've not seen anyone for the past couple of days now. We're asking people questions, and we're going to start again all over again tomorrow. All they are mentioning is Sowore or Peter Obi. They have not mentioned PDP. None of them want PDP or APC. So don't forget, we are on ground. We're asking questions. You might live abroad right now, country knows, opposing us. That's fine. That's fair. That's not a problem. But we're trying to let you know that Nigerians are tired of these two devilish parties. I call them devilish parties because me, myself, I'm tired. So I don't know about you. All right. So I cannot really say for the whole states in Nigeria because I've not been to the whole state in Nigeria. I've only been to only 3 states in the whole Nigeria all my life. You know why? Because of the insecurity we have in Nigeria. So I cannot just be traveling from one place to another. But I'm not sure what is going to happen with the other states. But right now in Lagos, for the people that we've asked in mainland, island, remember, Lagos is demarcated into 2 places, island and mainland. A couple of people, although we have not had the privilege or opportunity to ask everyone questions, but the few that we've asked questions, everyone is clamoring for either Sowore or Peter Obi. Nobody talk about APC or PDP. Please, let me pick this call before random. Hello, good evening to you, sir. Please, what's your name? Where are you calling us from? You have 1 minute. Hello, turn down your system, sir. Turn down your gadget, sir. Turn down your gadget where you are watching me from, please.
Okay, I'm trying to do that now. Hello?
Okay, I can hear you, sir. You have 30 seconds. Talk to us. We are rounding up now. 30 seconds.
Yeah, to appreciate you guys. I'm watching you on the YouTube right now. I'm calling from the United States.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah, and I want to appreciate you guys. And I want you to keep emphasizing that issue of no tribalism, no ethnic sentiment here. What we are talking about is the issue at stake.
Yeah.
The issue at stake. We want to professionalize our country. Forget about Igbo, forget about Yoruba, forget about Hausa or Planet. What we are interested in is let us change our nation. Just like rightly said, those of us abroad, we are tired of staying abroad. We want to come back home and invest. Okay? Look at our youths. We have some of the best brains in the whole world, even here in Europe and America.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Please.
Thank you. God bless you, sir.
I want you to emphasize the issue of ethnicity, ethnic politics. No. It's high time we have to change from that mentality. That mentality does not help us. Please.
Thank you, sir.
You guys are doing great. And I will, on my own part, I will try to continue to mobilize people to support this particular project.
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir.
I don't bother where you are coming from. I'm looking at the issue at stake.
Exactly.
Issue. We want to change.
Thank you.
We want to change our country, not the ethnicity.
Exactly.
Those people that they have gone, that generation have gone. Look at our brothers. Look at the university system. For the fourth month now, our youth are at home. What are they doing? I wrote a paper. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm taking you too long. I wrote a paper asking us to organize and make the youth to join any progressive like P2B who will professionalize. If P2B of a guy or someone is in power, universities should not be at home by now because they know what it is.
Exactly.
I don't care about that. Is it. Look at our youth. This is the time our youth should rise.
God bless you,
should
sir.
rise and give the PVC.
Thank you.
Because we are the owner of the country.
All right, sir. All right. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you very much for your contribution.
My own advice, but I appreciate all you are doing. Thank you. God bless all of you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. All right. That is our last caller. That was a wonderful delivery. Thank you very much for your time. We need to round up right now. I appreciate every one of you on the panel. Thank you.
Mr. Elvis, please, 1 second. Sister Rita, this one you're calling Peter will be rock. Have you now decided or something?
I have not decided. I am calling him that name based on the fact that Jesus said to Peter, with the faith that he had in him, he has been the one that will hold the gates of heaven. So we should actually give a name to Peter. I will call him the rock. I think he has the key. If we support him, if we have faith in him, that means he probably has the key to our success. But like I said, I have still not made my decision, but I respect the man. And I
Let's
can
join the movie train.
Try and decide fast, okay? Just try.
Join the movie
He's
train.
the only man I have faith upon, but the strategy is what we have to check. We all have faith on him, but the strategy on ground should not be. We should not just be underlooking it, please.
Thank you, Midway.
But it's Peter the Rock, henceforth for today. That's what I call it.
We need a president who we can be all accountable, who we can ask questions. How did you use our funds according to the constitution?
That doesn't exist now, sir.
People, one thing that we almost understand is this, like I said before, on this same platform, Nigeria Watch, a lot of people have called it to our platform. They have quoted, that they are tired in living abroad. They want to move back home, they can't move back home. Do you know why? Because our country is not stabilized right now. We don't have a home. Although we foreseen our home, but we don't have a home. I live in Nigeria right now. I'm in Nigeria talking to you guys right now. There's nothing, absolutely nothing is working in this country. If you know the truth, don't trick yourself. I'm not saying don't trick me. Don't trick yourself, because if you trick yourself, you will suffer for the next 8 years. There's no two ways about it. I'm not trying to curse anybody. I'm not trying to curse myself. It is the facts. Just check it. Since this APC or PDP have been ruling us, what have we gained? Remember, it was PDP that was ruling. APC came castigating them, that they want to take over from them to change the narrative. What did we get? Worse. So PDP is trying to take over again now, using everything against APC. What you will get will be worse than this. Please, let's do what is right. If it's not Peter Obi, it should be Sowore. If it's not Sowore, it should be Peter Obi. That's it. Kislemongaro, I've done my research about him. He's trickish. He's not trustworthy. He's not truthful to himself. He's not reliable. For me, I cannot use my platform to mention his name. Thank you very much, my people. We'll round up here. God bless you all. Good night.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Please, before that, please let me listen to this video before I go.
Would like to speak to yet another less than 1% of us who have been attributed the ownership of this great nation. Like in all the nations of the world, the powerful political elites will determine who governs us. Like a proverbial knees on our necks, this nation is choking. We can no longer breathe. There is a shortage of air. We need to allow this nation thrive. I'm pleading with you tonight on behalf of millions of our people, more than 10 million of their children who are out of school, and more than half of the population who are in abject poverty. This nation cannot be taken as a private enterprise anymore. You, the ordinary Nigerian, can no longer keep quiet. The nation belongs to all of us. And this time around again, no sitting on the fence. We must speak up to rescue this nation. The continent of Africa is waiting for its giant to rise up and flourish. That is why 2023 election is a make or mar. Look, This nation cannot make a mistake with the choice of its next leader. It is a must we get it right. If you employ the best hands to run your private companies, we should have the best of us run the affairs of this nation. We must get leadership right, not only at the center, but across the states. Knowledge, crisis management skills, character and integrity, vision and courage to make tough decisions, effective communication skills, ability to unite the nation. Leaders who cannot show these traits cannot be hired. Enough is enough. Nigeria, arise, vote and vote right, and your time is now.
God bless you, Sheung. Thank you. Sheung, to be honest, you guys are a bit drifting right now positively. This is what I'll be talking about. I've been pouring my praises on Arise, but when I saw this video, I was a bit shocked to see Channels TV is now, singing the same voice with us. This is what
they don't use Arise, they compare. Arise are number one.
Exactly. So, Sheung, I want to say thank you, and thank you. We all are in this together. We must speak the voice. Sheung just said, please don't sit on the fence. Come out, say it how it is, stand for what is right. If not, if you synthetically vote for the wrong person, within your heart, you know this person is wrong, but you are still voting for the person because of self-benefit or selfish interest, you will suffer. That's it. There's no two ways about it. Good night, Nigeria Watch family.
Tianye kama, Obi kama, Peter Obi kama, Peter Obi kama.
Nigeria is now never.
Peter Obi kama. Yeah. Oh, the dead wake you Sonny Uzidi. Oh God. Yeah. No, I never. You get talent. Kai. Yeah. I never. We need sorry. That is no, I never. Like I listen.
Freedom is now never. We need to give it up.